Hey, yo, everybody. Are we all set? Do we sound good? Sound good? Yep, sounds like we sound okay. Yay. All right. Show you the Vikings or Riot. We'll show you the Vikings in 8 minutes-ish when they actually start up the event. Some stuff I will say for all of you already. It looks nice. Like, they changed up some UI. They changed up a few things. It looks nice. So, as soon as the meeting starts, I'll be able to actually switch over the screen and show all of you. But I'm pretty excited from a general AI and UI and all that. They've done a really good job. So I'm super excited to be able to show all that to you. So what are you guys excited for most? What do we want to show you off right away once we can? Oh man. Oh, these new units look fun too. Rune system? Yeah, rune system sounds like it's going to be kind of crazy. Yeah, if you're going to play, you should pre-order it. Get the bonuses. I do wish this battle pass would let me grab this item so it stopped flashing at me. Where's that? I want to try to grab it. Why won't you let me claim that prize? IPGs versus Liaos. Interesting. Do you think they're going to be a change to them? So we should try testing them again? Put that away. We all agree on the fact that the pre-order bonuses aren't that great. You love the game, can't say. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if it was a little bit better, but it's something, I guess. Alright, where are we gonna... I have no idea where they plan to hang out at when we start this. Let's Alright, all pikes getting the impending force trait. This anti-cavalry trait for it, which only had 10%. Okay. Getting the impending force trait. That sounds pretty amazing. Yeah, I'll have to test that out then. Alright. Also, the balance buffing of footmen. Yeah. Alright. We'll have to check that out. Let me add that to my notes. Whoops, the wrong thing. Matchups that we're gonna test. So let's do. You wanted to see IPGs versus Liaos. All right. Where's... all right, where are we at? All right. Whoa. All right. Wow, we got a big crew today in the preview event. That's ridiculous. Wow. Lots of people. All right, so I'm excited about this prospect. Smiter, Free Fire. All right. Games teased a buff to Palace Guards starting in the Season 6 preview stream back then. They unlocked the honor notes for them expecting a promotion, and now they only get a stat buff. Yeah. It'd be nice for them to give them a little bit more, but I mean, they're still pretty respectable. Yeah, they didn't do any promotions this time, which is interesting after a season of all promotions. Check these Palace cards out as well. You wonder if they can hold a candle to other infantry now. We'll have to see. Oof. It's Northman, not Viking. All these CCs who are asking questions, and it's like, dude, they'll tell us in a second. Oh, wow. Okay, the rune system looks kind of crazy. Testing. Okay. All right. They're about to start. Whoa. The runes are very divisive with people. Some people love the idea and some really hate the idea. Like, it's very much a split opinion. My game's teaser of runes made it sound like a simple stat buff, but Bloom developer bandages teal on move or have musket shoot like a grape shot. Interesting. I only briefly touched it, so that way we could look at it a bit more. And But some of these are. Here we go.
I have some installation I have some problems with the launcher, so I cannot start it.
I really wish you would have told me before we got to this point.
Yeah, then I have to come and join you later. I don't know. Maybe I have to restart it.
I'm not even sure who's speaking here.
It's Ethan.
Okay. I will attempt to try to help you out after the presentation, but now we're sort of getting into it. So,
really quick, make sure you're looking at the PTR. Mine defaulted to the tournament server, and I didn't change it. That's why I couldn't get in.
No, it's the PTR.
Okay, so we're kicking it off. Welcome to the Season 7 preview event. Just for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Drew. I'm the influencer manager here at Light Games. I do believe that we are going to get the community management team joining us. I do believe that they're still wrapping up their current stream at the moment, so they're going to join us as soon as they can. They're going to be here helping me out by providing me some answers to some questions, keeping me on track when I start rambling too much, and being the general helpful people that they are. I would ask that if you guys aren't talking, please mute yourselves while you're doing this. I am going to try to get through this presentation.
Je vous mets un petit preview du petit tournoi de cartes.
Mute your mic. Mute yourself.
Push to talk as your friend, guys.
I muted him for her. Sorry, I had to mute you. You wouldn't stop talking.
Sorry, don't lie. You're not sorry.
So I am going to try to get through the presentation fairly quickly because we are going to leave the PTR server open for you guys for at least 24 hours, just to give you guys time to test out everything, preview the new content that's coming in Season 7. So if I'm going too fast, just don't hesitate to speak up and tell me that I need to slow down, or to if you guys have questions, just jump in. I would ask that if you do have questions, make sure that you are respecting each other and not talking over each other, trying to jam in your questions. We will try to answer all the questions that we can. If we don't have the answers to your questions, we will seek that information and we can and provide it to you in our private Discord there. There are a couple caveats that I need to tell you about coming into this. So the build that you guys are playing is not the final build. So what that means is it's not the final localization. Our local team's still working on a few items in there, and there'll be specific sections where I will call that out. But and then there's also a little bit of functionality changes that are coming too. So for example, some of the balance changes and whatnot. It is near final, but it is not the full final. So just make sure that when you are previewing this to your audience, you are making sure that they understand that this is not the final version. Harley Quinn, yes, you can. We are good to go live. And because of that, and because it's not the final version, you'll notice that we do have a new watermark on the PTR. And so this is something that we've never had in any of our previous preview events. The purpose of having this watermark here is to make sure that your audience understands that this is not the final build. In the past, because we're not on final localization or anything like that, it's been a cause of confusion for the community. And so we want to make sure that, when people are watching your footage, either whether that be on your Twitch channel or YouTube channel, that they understand that this is a preview and not the final. So that's why you're seeing that watermark there. It's nothing to do with, we're not worried about leaks or anything like that, because you guys are free to stream pretty much everything. And with the exception, and this is where there's a few things that comes in just because we're not on the final build. So there are two big things that you guys need to be aware of. One, there is now copyrighted music in the game. So similar to the trailer that we did for Season 7, where we used a copyrighted song, there's also copyrighted music in the game. We've got some soundtracks that we've added to the game. So I would politely ask that you guys do not stream with music on. Just minimize music, turn it off altogether. And I would say not only for this preview event, but just for Conqueror's Blade going forward until we know for sure whether you can or cannot stream with it. And the reason for that is I would hate for you guys to get a copyright strike against your channel or something like that, or have your videos demonetized just because of the music there. So make sure that you guys turn your music down. And in regards to the Fame store, which we will get into in a little bit, the Fame store is not final. There's a number of bugs in there. So I would ask that, I'm actually requesting and telling you guys straight up, please do not show the Fame store on your streams or in your YouTube videos. It's not indicative of the quality that we're going to be launching with, and I would prefer that we're not showing stuff that isn't final or showing stuff that's not at that quality bar to the community. So when season 7 launches, these bugs will get sorted out. Before the build that you're on right now, they are not. So please do not show the Fame store.
Just real quick, where to avoid it? How do we access it? Because I don't want to accidentally go to it or something.
Yeah, that was my question too.
Yeah, you guys will be able to access it. So like we haven't put a block in the game. It's just if you guys accidentally go in there, just get off the screen as quickly as you can. We recognize that there's going to be bugs.
We just wanted to know where the location was.
Thing.
Yeah, and we'll get into that in a little bit. What the Fame store is like. I'll talk you through it, but I'm not going to bring it up on screen. I
understand.
Don't either. And then in terms of the bugs themselves, because
all right. There's watermarks everywhere.
You are going to come across some bugs. Most of the stuff is already known and things that the dev team is working on fixing. Some things are going to be fixed for launch, like the Fame store is definitely a critical one that we are going to fix for the season 7 launch. There are some other ones that potentially for if you come across a bug, for example, with a unit that's not going to be available to work, which is not going to be released until mid-season, those bugs may or may not be fixed. But when that unit becomes available, they will. So I would ask that when you guys do come across a bug, and you're not required to, but if you do want to report it to us, I'm sharing a link with you guys to a form that you can drop those bugs in. It's in our preview event chat right there. And so again, it's helpful for us to know about these, but you're not required to if you don't want to. The purpose of this preview event is not a testing event. It is for you to preview the content to your audience. So just keep that in mind. And I think that's just about everything. I'm not sure whether we have the community managers here. Oh, we do. I see Chibs is in here, and I'm not sure whether Caden. Oh, I see Caden. Maybe you guys want a quick moment to introduce yourselves?
You go first, Chibs.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Chips. I'm the German community manager. I'm just fresh out of the CM stream to join this event. Caden.
Yeah, I'm the English European community manager. I'm the one that loves to torture you all with teasers and stuff like that. And yeah, we just come from a CM stream, so we'll shut up and let you guys get on.
I can't. The list is so long with the voice. I can't see if there's any other community managers in here. Is there anybody else? Did Pablo make it or anybody?
Yeah, there is a Spanish community manager here. So yeah, if a Spanish content creator have any doubts, just pop me and I can help you. Hello everyone.
All right. Any other community managers? No. Okay. All right. So again, guys, I'm going to be going through this fairly quickly. There are some portions that I'm just going to allow you to explore on your own time, and I'll talk about that as we go through. So I'm going to get right into it. And so with Season 7, the season is going to be 12 weeks long. It starts March 18th, so we're launching in just a few days, and it ends on June 13th. And so now I'm moving in, as soon as I can highlight my game. So I'm now moving into the seasonal interface, hitting F5. And so you'll see here that we've actually revamped the visual interface of the season, which I think is pretty nice. A lot of the functionality is the same, but there's a number of updates as well too that I'd like to walk you through. So you also notice that we have a new screen in the seasonal interface, which is called, it's right now in the build that you're in, it's called seasonal. Well, there's two seasonals in there. Again, this is not the final load, but there's the seasonal runes, and I will talk about the whole rune system later on. And then there's the seasonal store, So that's what the look is supposed to be, those last two icons on the lower row there. So I'm going to go into the battle pass. And from a functional point of view, there hasn't been a lot of changes to the battle pass. It's very typical of what you guys have experienced in previous seasons. So the top row are the rewards that you can get from the battle pass, and the bottom row are the rewards that you get from progressing through the season and increasing your seasonal level. You can purchase the battle pass, and once you have it, you can also purchase glory, which will increase your battle pass levels. This is the same that we've always had. One notable change that you guys will see is that we are now highlighting the next milestone reward, and so a milestone reward is a reward that is one of the bigger ones. So whether that be an attire, an emote, a flag, a particular box or something like that. So that's it's a handy feature to have. I think it's sort of nice. And then if you actually select that, if it's an attire or anything else, you can actually preview that. So we've added these new screens that allows you to preview the attires, and hopefully it will provide some motivation for you guys to work a little bit harder to reach those. So for example, I'm at Battle Pass 100. I'm got the Odin's attire. Oh, I just renamed it, and so you'll be able to hit the I button, and it'll preview that attire for you. So it's a kind of a cool, small but cool little feature. Some of the notable Battle Pass rewards, I'm not going to go through them all because this is stuff that I'm hoping that you'll explore with your audience on your free time on the server. But at Battle Pass level 1, you get the Thean's attire. At Battle Pass 15, you get the Thunderclap emote, which I'm so happy that we got that. Kane, we got to do a stream and like we did with the fireworks and get everybody together and just do Thunderclaps all at the same time. That'd be awesome.
All the thunderclaps.
At Battle Pass 50, you get the Tears Warband attire, which I believe is a unit attire, and so forth. So there's a lot of good stuff to get. There's also a lot of boxes and schematics. So artillery boxes, the weapon skin boxes, and other such stuff that you can earn from the Battle Pass. So take the time to walk your audience through what those rewards are going to be. Give them some motivation, and hopefully they will enjoy all the rewards that can get from the season. All right, I'm jumping over to the seasonal store because this has got some pretty significant updates to it. So if you guys all want to switch over to the seasonal store tab.
Wow, that's what he was referring to.
So like I said, the seasonal store has had some pretty significant changes, and the most important one is
That's
we've
really cool.
removed hero tokens. And so the only seasonal currency that you're going to get in Season 7 are blades. And this change was based on feedback that we received from the community, from the players, in that having multiple seasonal currencies was a bit too complicated. And just it made a system unnecessarily complex. And really what we've set out to achieve is just to simplify that with one currency. So blades is the seasonal currency, and it's no longer going to take up an inventory slot. It's considered like another currency that's just displayed in the seasonal store here. That's where you see how many blades that you've earned. In terms of the seasonal store, it's very much like what you've seen in previous seasons, where it's got consumables that you can purchase, and you've got the Season 7 weapon skins, and then a few other cool things that you can buy. A couple important notes for the skins, particularly the antique skins and whatnot, and I'm going to ask the community managers to pay extra attention to this, make sure that I'm giving the correct information here, is so the Season 7 weapon skins will only be available during Season 7. The antique weapon skins that are available this season will only be available for this season. The previous season recolored attires are available for 3 seasons. So this attire that the recolored attires that we introduced in this season will be available from Season 7 to Season 10. And when an antique attire is introduced, it is introduced at a discounted rate. So in the last season, the antique attires that we introduced were introduced at a 20% discount. So that discount no longer applies in this season. And the antique attires that we introduced this season are at a discount. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Dave? I've got people right.
Yeah.
Maybe I did not. I do believe. I mean, I think that just the best way to consider it is the new antique skins are available at a discount, and then once it progresses to the next season, that discount goes away, and then is applied to the new stuff in the next season. So, if you guys have any questions about that, just drop them in the chat, and I can answer and clarify that after. But I'm not getting anybody writing me, so I must have added that correctly, and one of our staff just added those notes to our chat in Discords if you want to refer to those. Okay, any questions so far?
Regarding the seasonal store, Drew, normally obviously we get the purple schematic. I've noticed that's not in there. Is that going to be in there for the final build? Because there's normally a armor schematic for purple schematics, and I don't see that in there this time round.
Blade should carry over. At least that's what they had said.
In general in the game.
I'm not 100% sure whether that's going to be in there or not. I don't know if the items in the store right now are final. That might be something that you would be able to get from the Fame store. I'm not 100% sure. I will look into that and see if someone's going to feed me. Feed me the answer to that. And
Blades are still carrying over from the current season. They'll get converted into these versions of Blades.
Hey, Drew, I got a quick question.
Yep.
I mean, I asked it.
They'll be removed from your inventory, and they'll go into the seasonal interface as a currency.
Season, like I got it from the antique store from last season. Would I be able to purchase it again, even though it just costs a little bit more, or you can only purchase it like once per season? Like,
I do believe that if it's a hero tire, that you wouldn't be able to repurchase it because you can only purchase the hero
unit tires would we be able, like, if I wanted to stockpile on like on the antique snow attire for like 3 seasons, and then until it's gone, like, could I do that or not?
I do believe you should be able to do that. You should be able to repurchase unit attires, but we are going to confirm this with the developers just to be sure.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Forza Birds.
So I'm going to move on to the challenges tab. So not the unit challenges, just the regular challenges. Hopefully, well, I thought my game just crashed. So in terms of challenges, there's no changes for the functionality. It's very much the same as it was in previous seasons, in which case each week more challenges open up. You have the ability to refresh specific challenges if you don't want to go over that. You have a certain amount of challenges that you can refresh per week, so you can't just refresh.
I appreciate it, Tiger Gaming.
You cannot pay off these challenges, and the only one notable change for the challenges is that there's now 12 weeks of challenges, and that's pretty much challenges in a nutshell. There's not a lot changed there. Other
Hasn't
than
really changed.
The addition of the new weeks.
So, sorry, Drew. So you can't. You're saying you can't pay off the challenges. Will certain challenges like ranked battles that a lot of people don't do, they'll still be in the challenges then?
That one I can't answer. I know that it was a topic of feedback that we provided to the dev team in the last season, because I know that a lot of people in the community didn't like the fact that there were challenges associated with that. I don't know for sure whether those challenges have been removed or not. I think that's something that either we can see if we can confirm with the developers before we launch, or it might just be something that you'll have to
still get your refreshes though.
Okay. But I mean, I think the key takeaway here is that the feedback has been heard, and I'm not sure whether we've been able to act on it for this season or whether we will in future seasons.
You can re-roll these weekly challenges. You're allowed 2 re-rolls per week.
Of weekly challenges?
Of the weekly challenges.
Yeah, weekly challenges.
Yeah.
You can do 2 re-rolls a week. So he's talking about the weekly challenges. You've never been able to pay off weekly challenges.
No. Yeah, you're thinking of the unit challenges.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And whoever was talking originally was super quiet. I didn't even hear that. So you may want to just adjust your volume on the fly. Okay, so I'm moving over to the unit challenges. And like I said at the beginning of the presentation, I don't want to go into super details on every specific thing. I want to allow that you guys time to explore and discover a lot of
one. Resupply price.
Mute yourself, please.
Yeah.
I want you guys to discover a lot of these changes. Take the time to explore the units on your own time.
Yeah.
And so with the unit challenges, I'll talk about the functionality a little bit, talk about the new units in terms of their lore, and then and just sort of leave it at that. So the general functionality of the unit challenges
Model
hasn't
looks
changed.
great on these.
There's a few minor interface changes that we've done. So there's some music associated with the units, and there's a new sort of visual interface, which is sort of nice, quality of life change. But overall, the functionality hasn't changed. The units will open up as the season progresses. So I do believe that is it the Berserkers that are open right away, or the Sons of Finir?
Sons of Finir.
Yeah, so they'll be open, first week, and as the season progresses, the rest will become available to progress to unlock. Each unit has a certain amount of stages, and each stage has a bunch of challenges associated with them. So these challenges, you can pay off the Sovereign, and if you want to, just unlock the unit right away. But essentially, no matter how many stages there are, there's going to be specific rewards that will come at certain points as you progress and complete those challenges. So you'll get a temporary version of the unit. Then you will unlock the permanent version of the unit, and then you'll get a doctrine for that unit.
Nice.
And
only 4.
Somewhere along the way, whether it's after the doctrine or before the doctrine, you also get an avatar styled out to the unit. And I'll talk about the avatar system in a little bit. And so in terms of the 3 units themselves, so we are introducing 3 new units this season. They are all melee units, which I think people are pretty pumped about. So I'm going to just talk through the lore of them a little bit, and then you guys can sort of discover their traits, their skills, their formations, try them out on your own time. So the Sons of Finir are fanatical followers of the Wolf God's cult, feared and despised in equal measure. The cult's members live in forced camps, carrying out forbidden rituals, and by degrees becoming insane half-men, half-beast fanatics. Each son has sacrificed his soul to Finir, the mythical wolf bound in chains, in exchange for physical power. I'm just going to jump into a quick little personal note. I'm pretty pumped for the units this season. I'm really anxious to get my hands on all of them. I haven't had a chance to try them out yet, and so I'm hoping that we can get some game going, and I'll talk about that at the end of the presentation here. The next one are the Berserkers. So Berserkers are fearsome warriors noteworthy for entering into trances before battle by consuming particular plants unique to their land. When the fighting begins, they are almost suicidally brave, each man striving to outdo his comrade in ever more desperate displays of courage. Berserkers carry 2 axes, considering shields of being unworthy of a warrior who seeks to live forever in Valhalla. And finally, which I think is probably the most exciting unit that we have this season, is the Shield Maidens. And so the Shield Maidens of Freya, which I think I'm pronouncing that right. Freya. Are the armed
they will
ladies
not,
of the
Anton.
cult of Freya, goddess of love, fertility,
No reset.
sex, war, gold, and magic. In peacetime, these women serve as bodyguards in the households of highborn families, and sometimes as guardians of sacred places such as temples, groves, or stone circles. On the battlefield, they are like the incarnation of Valkyries, fighting with the sword and spear at the side of their leaders. Legend has it that when the Shield Maidens make their battle cry, their allies follow them into even more desperate melee.
5-star.
So, pretty exciting,
Purple.
I think.
3-star.
I'm anxious to see your guys' streams and YouTube videos that come out of this covering these units. I think that you guys' audience are going to be particularly interested in that. So in terms of the unit themselves, so one little bit of optimization that we've done in Season 7 is for these new units, we've actually have a couple different models for the units, and so it's not going to be a squad of all the same face. You're going to notice that there is a little bit of variety to the models that are going to be in the units, so it's a small thing, but still pretty cool, I think. And in terms of the unit challenges, going back to the functionality, so one more thing to note is for this season, we've reduced the requirements for the Season 3 unit. So in the previous season, Season 6, we reduced the requirements for Season 2. In this season, we reduced the requirements for Season 3, and that way it allows players who are new to the game, and make no mistake, we've got lots of new guys, coming into the game. It just makes it a little bit easier for them to access those, but still have to work for them a little bit.
Okay, so I've got the question here where the season 2 stuff, is it still discounted, or is that discount no longer effective now?
The season 2 ones are still going to have reduced requirements. I'm going to wait for confirmation. No, they will not. Okay.
Okay, so it's only one season units that will be discounted each season.
But why did we take the decision to not reduce every next season then too? So removing this feature again make it a bit bad, I think.
I can't speak to the decision made behind that. I can only tell you what it is. So in this case, the season 2 is no longer discounted. I was not aware of that. So good question.
Can we bring it up? So they're going to change it again?
It is certainly feedback that we can pass on to the dev team.
That's going to
on your guys' behalf.
Because at first it was good that the people was able to catch up, and now it got removed again, so it's a bit bad.
I'm going to jump in here and cut you off.
No problem. All fine.
I cannot speak to the decision making behind that. I can just speak to what is and what is not there. Like I said,
let's hope
this is certainly feedback that we will pass on. I know that for me personally, it was fairly handy because I was working towards unlocking those units on my personal account, and now it's going to be a little bit tougher. So I guess I'll switch over to unlocking those season 3 ones. But your feedback is heard and definitely pass along. And,
hopefully the developers will re-add season 2.
So real quick, so does that mean the mall is also a reduced difficulty since that is a season 3 challenge?
I do believe that they were made permanently easier to unlock in season 5, but I might be wrong on that. So the mall
will be reduced.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. No.
Okay. Cool.
So the berserkers, by the way, are they dwarfs? Because they're tiny as hell.
You will have to discover that on when you're got Okay. So moving on. So I'm looking at the campaign tab. So typically in preview events, we give you a complete breakdown of the campaign and generally. So I found giving you guys a full breakdown to be somewhat problematic, just because this is early into the season. We don't usually end up making changes, sometimes based on feedback, sometimes not. I can say that in this season that we worked, us being the Mito.com and Booming Tech had worked to simplify the season as much as we could based on feedback that we've received from the community. And I'm not going to go through the actual step-by-step stages of the campaign because it's all there in the client right now. So if you do want to show off what the campaign is going to look like in season 7, you can just go into the campaign tab here and it'll show you what the dates are, what the stages are, and what's going to be available, what's not. I can confirm that there will be 2 starting regions at the beginning of the season. So that's going to be Osteria and Anadolu, which is sort of nice that we're bringing back Anadolu, and so that was based on a big piece of feedback that we got from the community, and that a lot of players did not like only having the 1 starting region. And so, as I said before, there's a lot of things we do hear, all the feedback we have, a lot of things that we can't react to, as quick as you would hope that we can, but it is heard and we do try to react to as much as we can. And sometimes some of the feedback will take a few seasons to actually implement, and sometimes we'll be able to move on stuff quicker than other stuff. So in this one, 2 starting regions, and then the rest of the campaign I'm just going to let you guys discover in the client. So pretty simple.
For Stalwarts Doctrines.
So that is the seasonal interface.
Ask that after this.
Move on to the new features and new content. There's from the agenda I sent, there's only 3 items, but a few of them are pretty, or at least one of them is a pretty in-depth new feature that I think that you guys should be pretty excited about, because it adds a whole new layer of customization to the game. And so I'm talking about the rune system. And before I get into talking about all the ruins, I need to give you guys a heads up that for ruins specifically, our localization team is still working on the finalizing the descriptions for the ruins. And so as you guys are going through and checking out this new feature, you will notice that some of the ruins may not work as described. And specifically what this means is that either the ruins do not have the effect as described. So like it may say like increases critical hit value, and then you take it in and it's not actually doing that. Or it could be that it says increases critical hit value by, X, Y, or Z, and it's not actually doing that. And so the reason why that is happening is because we are still working on the localization, on the final localization for the rune system. And this is, it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the presentation. This is not the final build. When we launch, it will be final, but at the, in the interest of giving you guys the opportunity to preview this sort of stuff, these are the things that we need to live with. Okay, so this next part is going to require some action from you guys in terms of unlocking it. So I'll just quickly walk you guys through how to get access to this rune system so you can check it out while you're going. So you want to start off by going to the War Scholar in the town and speak with them. And you want to select this top option. And that will spawn a quest, which you should accept. Well, if you want to show off the rune system, you should accept it. And then from there, you got to make your way to the artisan, wherever they may be.
6 cap on rune power. So like commons are 1,
So,
uncommons 2.
Go up to that NPC, and then talk to them, and then it'll complete the quest.
Legendaries are 4.
The War Scholars.
Epics are 3.
And then talk to them again, and it'll unlock a new quest, and that will unlock the rune system. And so, okay, if you guys aren't clear on that, we'll put instructions in the Discord after the presentation, just so you can get in there. So
that's nice.
Once you have the rune system unlocked, there's 2 ways to access it. You can either through the character interface, so you hit P. I'm not in the game. Hit P, and then right underneath all your gear, you'll see a new button which is called Apply Rune.
I hate that one so much.
You can also access it through the seasonal interface, which is hit F5, and then go to the season runes, and this is also, and then from here you hit the equip runes, and that'll bring you to the interface. And so the best way to think about the rune system is that runes are doctrines for your characters. And as you progress through the seasonal level, as you progress through the season and increase your seasonal level, it will unlock more runes. So there's no RNG to the runes. Everybody will have access to the same runes based on how far they progress through the season. And so to confirm, the rune system, it says that the runes are seasonal, and that yes, after the season ends, they will reset and there'll be a new set of runes in the next season. But this feature is here to stay. This isn't a temporary feature. We see this as a long-term feature as part of the game, basically part of the game going forward and for the foreseeable future. We will, however, be looking to the community for feedback on the rune system. What you guys think, what improvements that can be made, and other such stuff. And so as we progress through the season, these are things that we can, you can discuss with your community and pass that feedback on to either myself or the community management team. I really think it's a cool system, and I think that you guys will love the customization that it offers, because there's a ton of runes, and it really allows
you to, Dennis.
Really put more into the build that you're putting with your character that doing. And so I'm going to try to get through the rest of this quickly, just so you can get your hands on this, because I know that you want to look at the units, you want to look at the runes, you want to look at the doctrines. There's lots for you guys to look at. So a basic rundown of this rune system is there are four types of runes. There's common, which could be added to any type of equipment, weapon, helm, and armor. And the weapon, helm, and armor can only be added to that corresponding piece of equipment. And so, pretty self-explanatory. A weapon rune can only be applied to a weapon. It's pretty basic. there are 4 levels of quality to the runes. So there's uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary runes. And so the runes have a lot of different effects. And so I gave you one example before, in which case 1 increases critical hit value. So one type of rune will increase a stat. So, for example, critical hit damage. And then there's other types of runes that actually give you more new functionality on your character. So, for example, there's one rune that will allow you to be able to move while you're healing, which is makes a pretty interesting impact on gameplay, I think.
That's going to be a pretty big deal.
All the runes are in the game right now. But again, guys, the caveat is that the descriptions may not be final. So make sure that when you are showing them off, your audience understands that it's not final, and that the effect, if you're testing it, it's not doing the intended effect, that's probably a result of the localization. And so when you're looking at here, you'll notice that each rune has a number associated with it, and then each piece of equipment has a number associated. So this is what's called rune power. And so this is where the customization and where the strategy comes into the rune system, is that if you can only apply up to 6 rune power to a piece of equipment, and because the different runes have different values associated with them, it's not just you can add anything you want. You have to pick and choose and calculate your rune power. And so all equipment will have 6 power slots in.
I want it.
Available for you to add runes to. And so each rune takes a certain amount or uses up a certain amount of power slots. So the way it breaks down with the power is that uncommon runes cost 1 rune power, rare costs 2 rune power, epic costs 3, and legendary costs 4. And so it really allows you to customize your character in terms of, you may want to apply 6 uncommon runes or 1 legendary and 1 rare. There's
can you stack them?
A ton of different combinations that you have to do, and
you cannot. No stacking.
I think it's really going to be a matter of exploring all the different runes and trying them out and seeing what works best for you and your character and your playstyle. Really, that's what I really think it comes down to. And so I'm just looking through my notes, but I think that's pretty much the rune system.
I've got a question.
I got a question too.
Hold on.
First. You first.
Hold on, I'm just going to jump in because Hexlin jumped in with a question from the Discord and so say, wait, 6 uncommons? I thought only 3 slots. So again, just to go over it, so each piece of equipment has 6 rune power that you can fill up, and each rune costs a certain amount of rune power. And so an uncommon rune costs 1 rune power, a rare rune costs 2 rune power. This is rune a lot.
The thing is that it seems that there are only 3 slots. That's what we were asking.
Exactly. I'm sorry, you're talking over each other.
Sorry, that you said that you had 6 uncommons because there are only 1, but in the game it only shows that there are 3 slots.
Yeah, so my example was 4. So if you have 6 rune power, then you can put you have 3 slots. You can put 2 rares or 3 rares in there to use up all those 6, or you can have 1 rare.
Plus, on top of that, they have to have their heal to get rid of the bleed.
It's.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on. The key takeaway that you should be taking from this is that you need to be mindful of how much the rune costs and what you can actually apply to that piece of equipment. Okay, what's your question, please?
Question is, I tried to unlock some runes, but I have only green runes with 1 rune power.
Yeah, so in your inventory, you'll notice that we gave you a whole bunch of hero XP tokens. If you use those up, that should progress you through the season and unlock the runes.
Thank you.
That will only get you to level 35, by the way, if you use all those.
45.
The items that were in the inventory only gets you to level 35 out of the 45.
Oh, okay.
So if you could send up mail, possibly with more, that'd be cool.
That would be nice, yes.
Yeah, I got to level 34 and that was it as well.
Okay. You guys may also want to try buying seasonal levels. So we gave you half a million sovereigns, so that might do it as well. If not, we'll make sure that once the presentation concludes and we get into the we get into it, we can look into getting you guys more to make sure that you can check out all the runes.
One last question. Maybe I missed it, but each equipment has the same amount of rune power and slots, or it depends on the rarity.
They all have the same amount of rune power and slots.
So a green item has the same slots and power like a legendary one.
Correct, unless someone is about to correct me. I am correct. Yeah.
We can
Thank
test
you.
that. My question is, so how are runes affected by when we
Just
reroll
weapon, helmet,
gear?
armor.
So are the runes specifically on that piece of gear, or are they on the character for whatever gear we're wearing?
So it's on whatever gear you're wearing. There's no penalty for applying and taking away runes. So you can add them.
Put around.
So you can add them, take them
Go back.
and really play around with it until you find a good combination
on
that
the
you
piece.
enjoy playing with or is the most beneficial for you. If you re-roll
It's on
another
the
piece
piece.
of gear, just take the runes off the old gear and put them on the new gear.
What happens if we re-roll a piece of gear that has runes on it? Do we lose those runes?
Probably
That
not.
is a good question that I do not have an answer for.
I didn't lost it.
From what I
Universal.
They're not consumables.
Yeah, they're universal.
once you unlock one rune, it looks like you can apply that single rune to all of your equipment with just the one rune. If it's like
Yeah, that's how it looks here as well.
Only unlocking one green, I can apply that single green rune to 3 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
So removing it or re-rolling it shouldn't affect that at all. It should be universal to everything.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because people like me would accidentally not remove them before re-rolling.
Well, the
Now
thing,
I'm
the
kinda
thing I think with that, the thing I think with that is that you can specialize with those runes really well if you can have it universal.
Now I'm curious, is this system going to be implemented onto your units as well, so you only can have a certain amount of rune or power for them as well?
So this is for your character, not your units. So the units have the doctrines. Character has the runes.
Can I ask one more question?
Of course.
I just noticed that I'm unable to put all 3 units of Vikings in one build because it is over 700.
Yes.
You need to build armor. I did that at the beginning. You need 745 to have all 3 at once.
Yeah. That will not be changed for this season, no? It will be 745, yeah.
To my knowledge, it will not be changed.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting...
Yes, there are a lot of leadership.
Do we already have the leadership cost reduction from the seasonal challenges applied?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we do.
They're just really expensive units.
Okay.
Can I ask a question shortly?
Yeah, last question, and then we're going to move on.
All right. You know the weapon runes? It's got like for different abilities. Like for example, for the glaive, it's got what's it called? Not Flying Reaper, the other ultimate. It has a ability so you don't get interrupted while you're using it. Is it only for that ability, or is it for both ultimates? Or is that like gonna change? Hail of Blades, that's the one.
It's
because
just the one it
as
says.
far as I'm aware, like I know no one that uses Hail of Blades for glaive. Or is that the point so that people use different ultimates?
It's only for the one specified.
That's the
on
point.
The skill on the rune, sorry.
Okay. And these are final now. There's not going to be any getting added or.
So it's final in that. Remember that the Loke's not fully final, right? So like the effects that you see in game may not be what's there, but what's going to be there in final. But in terms of the runes themselves, yeah, they're what you see in here is basically what's going to be released with.
Now remember, this
with the
is
caveat that the
veteran seed?
localization and specifically the effect and the numbers are subject to change before we launch.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so there's not much more to go through here, and I know that we want to get into the game. So the next topic that I want to talk about is our new map. So our new map is the 15 versus 15 siege map, and it's called Hielands Fjord. I may have butchered that pronunciation, but It's going to be accessible through the matchmaking menu. So hit J in the menu, and it's going to have its own queue, at least at the beginning of the season. I don't know if that's going to change throughout the season. We're going to integrate it back into normal matchmaking, but in when the season 7 launches, Hyolin's Fjord will have its own queue, and rather than talking through it and not really giving it justice, I was thinking that maybe at the end of the presentation, maybe we can just all queue up for a match and spend some time looking through it. What we're going to be doing is, for this preview event specifically, today we've set it up so it'll pop a match for 5 versus 5, and then depending on how many people stick around on the server and whatnot, we'll be monitoring it, and we can reduce the requirements if not enough people are getting into the queue. And we remember that we can coordinate when we're queuing and whatnot through our Discord there. So, but I think you guys will enjoy the map. It's a pretty unique sort of map. There's a lot of verticality to it. I think we should jump in there right after we finish this presentation. We can get a match going and have some fun with it.
Drew, I do have a question about.
Yeah, I don't think there's supposed to be a shield wall unit.
If two people use the same rune, does it stack? Like the ones that benefit your allies?
Runes do not stack.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so the next feature that we've added is the new avatar system, and so I'm just getting a note from the side. Okay, we'll get back to that. So the new avatar system is accessed through your character tab. So hit P in the character, and you'll notice beside your name you've got this new image. So this is the avatar system. What it really does is give you a little bit more personal customization options in the game. And so this avatar
It should white
basically
die
be
roll.
displayed anywhere your character name is displayed. So in the character screen, the loading screen, when you kill someone in a match, they'll see your avatar, and if someone kills you, you'll see theirs. In the house menu, in the group menu, those sort of places. And so when season 7 first launches, there'll be a default set of avatars that will be unlocked by default, and then you can earn avatars through doing stuff in the game. I'm not going to go through every little thing that you do, but there's a lot of different images that you can unlock, and the things that you do in the game are actions like reaching a certain seasonal level, winning the seasonal campaign, the territory wars, completing special challenges, unlocking units, and a whole lot more. And then you'll notice, beside the avatar, there's also the frames. So the frames are going to be a whole lot more exclusive than the avatars. They're going to be a lot harder to unlock. So, for example, one of the ways to unlock a frame is to become the grand champion in ranked matchmaking. So the frames are a lot more exclusive. And in terms of these actions that you do, so we will be unlocking certain avatars retroactively. So as you can see here, there's avatars that are associated with certain past either content or events or something like that. So if you had purchased the Plague Doctor attire when it was first introduced during Halloween, then you will retroactively get the frame associated with that. And so so you may find when you log in season 7 that you will have a whole bunch more above and beyond the default frames unlocked and available for you to use. And then I also will use this opportunity to promote a very cool contest that the community management team is doing. So we have our avatar contest going on right now. And so this can, you can design an avatar, submit it, and if your winning entry is picked, then that avatar could potentially end up in the game. Caden, Chibs, you want to say anything else on that? A little shameless plug?
I think you did a good job shameless plugging it. Caden?
Don't forget to enter, guys. That's all we really have to add.
All right.
Yeah, don't forget to enter.
Question though on avatars. Sorry.
Yep.
For content creators, are you able to unlock for your own Twitch icon so only you can have it on the avatars?
No, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about this. We are not going to be supporting custom avatars, at least for the foreseeable future. Perhaps this is something that we can look into in the future, but not at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Cheers.
I have a question about one of the frames. So one of them says Royal House. Is that going to be changed to Alliance? Because one of the leading aspects of being an alliance is the ability to work together with other houses in order to gain the end of season goals. So having certain frames only available to a specific house is kind of detrimental to that. Is that going to be changed?
That is a good question. I do not know the answer, but someone might.
Huh.
Okay, this is something that we are discussing with the development team. So I do not have an answer for that right now.
Quick question, Drew.
Yep.
These avatars, like for example, if you win the contest, I know it did say, so the avatar will be in the game, and will it stay in permanently, or will it like eventually? Like,
If you win the contest and your avatar ends up in the game, then I believe that it will stay there forever. And if you're the winner, then you will get exclusive access to that avatar for a certain amount of time, which I believe is a month. Yeah. So you'll have an exclusive avatar for a month before it becomes available for the rest of the player base.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Quick question about the avatar historically, as you said, for owning skins, right? You will receive those, but for ranked battles, for example, as a reward for ranked, right? Will it work only from this season moving forward, or if you had?
So if you were grand champion of the ranked in a previous season, would you retroactively get it from this season onwards?
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
It's the same about the kill amounts that are necessary to unlock the avatars?
I think that if we're getting into the really specific details of like, will you get this avatar specifically, let's take those questions in the Discord and
Already did?
Yeah, answer them there just to
okay.
Yeah, just to continue keep this presentation moving on. Because I think if we're getting into really specific stuff, then we're gonna, we can talk about this all day, and these are things that we can discuss once we get through this.
Yeah, Grand Champion ranking next season.
All right, so the next topic that I wanted to talk about was the Fame and Lions store, which is now known as Favor. And so this is something that I got into a little bit of trouble for spoiling to you guys before I should have. So, so Lions will now be known as Favor in Season 7. And so there's a new NPC named Thane who you'll be able to donate to and access the Favor store. So Favor will not carry over from season to season, and there's various items available in the store, including consumables, emotes, epic doctrine crates, treaties, and exclusive variants of the Odin's attire. And so again, I'm going to remind everybody that this is going back to what I said at the beginning of the presentation, where the Fame store has actually got some bugs in it, and please do not show that on stream or in your videos. This is something that everybody will see once this season is launched, and yeah. But Favor can be earned, and this is sort of a topic that we wanted to speak specifically to. So we heard a lot of feedback from players about the Ruin Thief that we introduced in Season 6, and specifically it felt very time consuming to spend time in the open world to get to the Ruin Thief and complete it and whatnot. And so so the feedback that we've heard is that players did enjoy the mode, they just didn't enjoy how time consuming it was to actually go do the open world aspects of that. And so we've tried to address as much of that feedback as we could, and so we're bringing back the Clear Ruins mode, and that is going to be accessible through the matchmaking menu. So hit J, and it's going to be called Thief Raid. Is that the correct localization? I'm going to wait for someone to pass me whether that's correct or not. Yes, so it is going to be called Thief Raid, and it's basically the PvE Ruins mode that we introduced in Season 6 because it said people enjoyed it, so we're bringing it back. And looking through my notes here, I think that's pretty much it in terms of what we've done to try to address the feedback as much as possible. So in terms of the Favor itself, so you can earn it by paying tribute to Thane and completing his daily quests, and and Thane is in the town that you guys are in right now. I'm not sure whether he's going to be in every town or not, but I'll seek clarification on that. You can also earn by completing Gunthorm Red Eye's seasonal story quest. So he's an NPC that can be found at Riverside in Ungaveria, or by completing the Shield Maiden NPCs. And I'm calling it the Shield Maiden NPC because I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me. By completing her story quest, and she's an NPC that can be found in Taral Varos, which I do believe is in Angolia. Which basically there's going to be an NPC in every major capital. You also earn favor by completing the FIFA raids, by participating in the Hjolen Fjords siege battles, and players can
Where's
also
that at
get
again?
rewarded with War Plunder, which would give you favor by participating in matchmaking battles. Oh, and Taral Varos is in
By the way,
Ungaveria,
tributes are still
just for
fine.
clarity's sake. I'm going to point that out.
Will the season 6 supply crates, like the Malian supply crates, will we be able to turn those in at the beginning of season 7 for favor as well?
That's a good question. I do not know. I'm seeking clarification.
I got a question.
Where'd you
Hold
see
on,
the?
hold on. Please.
Where'd you
let
see
me
the
if I
right
can
of favor
answer this
thing?
one before we move on.
Roger that.
One moment. Yeah, Harlequin, I don't know the answer to that one. Can you drop in the chat and we would try to find out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't see who was going to ask the next question.
Yeah.
Me and Combo, I think. So I got a question about there were rumors that there will be more houses that could be green in Alliance. Is it true?
I'm just waiting.
I think it's a donation item.
You know, so you guys know how I feel about rumors. I mean, we don't speak to rumors about these sort of things. I know that there's always a lot of really crazy rumors that go around the community. I think some people start them for fun. I think others are legitimately asking for clarification. In this case, I don't have an answer for that one. I'm not being fed an answer, so I don't know for sure. So can you drop that in chat and we can see if we can find out?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
That's being asked is since we won't have rebuilds for this season, are the prices in the favor store going to be lower than what they were in the Lions store?
That one I don't have an answer to either. I think that's something that we can just discover when it's released. But so okay, so
quick question, Drew, in regards to special campaign.
Wait for 1 second. So I know that I did ask you guys not to show the favor store on your streams, but I can tell you when you're not streaming, you can look at the store or when you're not capturing, I should say, because this applies to videos and streams. The prices in the store in the build that you have now are final, and so you can take a look at it off screen and then tell your community whether that's increased or decreased or stayed the same. And sorry, who had the next question?
Yeah, it was me. About the special campaign, last season we had the teleports between the main cities unlocked when you progress. Is it going to be the same this season? So when you had 4,000 lions, you could teleport to Algolia, etc.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, the purpose for that one coming in was to get you to, into the area in the open world to be able to do those the open world ruin thieves aspect of it, and that's not in the game anymore. So having the teleporting is more just a convenience. We don't have the answer to that one right now. We're gonna have to reach out to the dev team and get an answer. So if you could drop that into the chat, we will get that answer for you.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I'm just gonna. There's a few other things that I just wanted to really quickly touch on. And so I know that one of the things that you guys are going to ask about and want to spend some time testing is the balance changes. And so I'm not going to be going through and giving you a list of everything that's changed and whatnot. These are things that we, typically with previewing in the past as well. These are things that we tell you that all the changes are going to be announced in the patch notes. We can tell you that this in this season, there's a lot of changes coming to heroes and units. And so I encourage you guys to spend some time looking through, playing the various heroes, trying out all the different units, and see how if they behave as you expected, and checking out some of the updates. A whole list of all the balance changes will be included in the patch notes. But in terms of the builds that you're playing right now, just keep in mind that, again, it's not the final build. There may be further changes coming. It is near final, but it is not final. So just make sure that your audience understands that as you guys are testing stuff out, that that this is what can be expected, but they should also expect some additional changes.
Nice.
And while we're chatting about it, so I also wanted to just quickly speak to the feedback, and one of the things that one of the messages that I've tried to bring across and get you guys to hear is that we take the feedback that we get from the community very seriously, regardless of whether it's coming from you guys, from the creators, members of the content creator team, whether they're coming from players and whatnot. And I know that I can't speak on behalf of the community management team, but I can tell you that I can see how hard they work to make sure that the feedback that is received is passed on to the dev team. And I just wanted to make sure that everyone understands that when it comes to the feedback that we hear, particularly about balance changes and whatnot, we may not be actively participating in responding to every single piece of feedback that we get, because that, quite frankly, is impossible. But we're lurking, we're here a lot, and it is being passed on. So, when you play Season 7, it may be that you'll see some changes that you may not necessarily agree with or whatnot. But the important thing is making sure that you're taking the time to understand, the changes behind it and how it relates. We may have made a change for a specific unit that is a result of a knock-on effect of another unit. And so I guess the message that I'm trying to get across here is that your feedback is being heard. We do make changes, but balance changes is an iterative process. So there's not going to be one magic update that's going to fix everything and give us perfect balance. So it's important to try the new changes and then continue to provide us with that feedback, because we're hearing it. We may not be actively responding to every single piece of feedback.
Well, sometimes our PTR build is a build or two back, and they actually have a newer build that they just haven't initiated in PTR.
Make sure that everybody understands how hard you guys work on making sure that the community is heard. Okay, the last point that I'm going to go through is as you guys explore the update and explore this build, you're going to notice that there's been a ton of really small updates to a bunch of different UI screens in the game. For example, we've made improvements to the Legend in the World map and the tooltips so they're easier to read and whatnot. So if you guys are streaming and you would, if you notice something, maybe call it out. Because we are always trying to look for those things to make it easier for players to
look. It shows the icon now
to play the game, particularly new players. So, there's a little bit of a steep learning curve when it comes to Conquer Play. We all know this, so we try to get players in there and make it as easy for them to integrate and continue to progress as possible, so they can be competitive and most importantly have fun with the game. All right, so that is pretty much my presentation. I'm gonna again reiterate a couple of key points that I started off the presentation with. One, highly recommend that you guys turn off the music, so mute it, or disable it, volume it all the way down, just because we have copyrighted songs in the game now. Do not want you guys to get demonetized or get a copyright strike on your guys' channel. Two, please do not show off the Fame store. There's bugs in there. We know about them. We're working on fixing them. They'll be fixed for the launch, hopefully. And three, keep in mind that the localization that you're seeing in game is not final. This is part of the reason why we have the watermark on the screen, is that when players are looking at players in the community are looking at either your streams or your YouTube videos and whatnot, maybe watching a YouTube video in a few months from now type thing, they understand that this is a preview of a non-final build. And so for those of you who are publishing YouTube videos about this, I would request that in the title, perhaps in the title, make sure that you've got that is clearly indicated that this is a preview, captured from a preview event. And so add in preview test or something along those lines. And while we are just about to wrap up. I did mention earlier on in terms of the new map, the 15 versus 15 Siege. I was thinking that we can close off the presentation with everybody queuing up and jumping into a Siege map so we can check it out. What do you guys think?
Great. Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go.
I'd love
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
Sounds great.
So if you guys want to start queuing now, I'm entering the queue right now. And then while we're waiting, I'm happy to answer a couple more questions before we end it off.
Was the beard intended? Sorry, Pat.
I've had a question. Somebody is asking if there are new optimizations to the game because of the continued frame drop.
So those sort of things are going to be included in the patch note, the bug fixes and whatnot. So optimizations and bug fixes, that information will come with the patch note.
Let's do this.
Okay, 1 second. Let's go.
I wouldn't be too shocked if
Yeah, I'd
next
load it in.
season they start adding more.
Drew, is there any changes to the ranked system?
I don't have any information about the ranked at the moment. I might get fed some answers.
We're just
but,
checking out the map.
At the moment,
Though I am
do
going
not
to.
know. Let's wait one moment.
Actually,
so,
I'm not.
Yeah, so no changes to the rank at this time.
Just so we can see how they move. Sadly, I can't take them all.
More stable servers in the future.
So, the server game optimization, server optimization, is something that we, and by we I mean everybody who develops and publishes Conqueror's Blade as a team together, is something that we're always working on. And so when it comes to either game optimization, and I know that like that may be related to the frames per second, or when it comes to server optimization to make sure that the servers are running as smooth as we possibly can get them. These are things that we're always working on. And so, like, when you ask us a question like, are
take
you
a
guys
third
working
unit?
to improve your servers? The answer is always going to be yes. We are always working to improve that. This is something that I've said since the beginning.
We're not actually fighting.
What was it, season 5?
We're just checking out the map.
And you can see in the last, in the last months alone, we've made significant strides.
Look at all
to
the icons,
improve
all the avatars.
Not only server stability, but game optimization and other such stuff. And that's something that we're going to continue to work towards. So the answer is yes, it is stuff that we're working towards.
Am I the only one that didn't remember to put doctrines on my units yet?
Am I the only one?
Oh, no, you're not the only one.
I didn't have doctrines, and I wanted to do it on stream afterwards.
No.
Yes.
Expect awesome fighting. I mean, we could always.
I forgot to give myself units.
Proceed.
Oh, look at the map.
Hopefully it's not like
Oh.
What the?
So you got
Can we
dispersed.
let everybody go
line.
back to their streams and then just start answering them in the chat, or because I think that if we're getting into a battle and we're all yelling on our respective streams, it's going to start getting quite hectic. So if there,
Thank you so much for this again. Thank you guys for.
Yeah,
allowing-
thanks.
I'm happy to do it.
Thank you for the preview event.
Yeah, thanks for the preview, guys.
So
Thank you guys.
So just a reminder, we're going to leave the server open for 24 hours or so. There is
Look at that
potential
formation.
if you guys are still on there and using it, capturing content right up to when we're going to release, so when we take down the live servers for maintenance, because we have to take them all down. We'll leave the server open, but if nobody's using it at this time tomorrow, we'll probably close it up. So just keep in mind that when we do these preview events, we give you guys the time on the server. The reason why we're only doing it for a certain amount of time this time around is because we left the server open for 4 days in the season 6 preview event, and the last 2 days I think almost nobody used it. And so we want to make sure that you guys are using this time. So and it also helps to coordinate, make user Discord to coordinate the matches and everything. So I believe we have open world pursuits are on. The tournament lobbies are available, although this new map, Fion's Fjord, is not available in the tournament lobbies. And then you can matchmake. We've disabled all other game modes, so if anybody matchmakes, we can coordinate when we're all going in here. And again, we're gonna be online all day, and we've got our North American GM as well. So
Look at that line.
As people, are logging off during the night in Europe and the North American creators are still going on, we can reduce the requirements to get a match to pop. So just keep in touch with us all day, and we're here to help. And we hope that you guys enjoy it, and we hope that you guys' audience enjoys it, because that's the reason why we do these things. Is we want to make sure that your audience has a good time and gets the information they need. So
it's Vikings. Everybody's gonna enjoy it.
These units are epic.
Nice.
Yeah,
They are.
the animations amazing.
Just got deleted by the
A single berserker is screwing me up.
Yo, berserkers are amazing.
Berserkers almost seem Solidar like. Hopefully it's not going to be a TW map. I don't know.
I'm sorry, you're sort of quiet. Can you speak up a little bit, please?
Yeah. Is there a set schedule yet for ranked for the season?
I know that this was a topic that was being discussed earlier this week. I don't think it's fully set yet. At least it may have been set, and it just hasn't been communicated up to the rest of the team. But I know that all the events, the timing and whatnot was a topic of conversation in a meeting that I wasn't part of earlier this week. So it may be that there is a schedule. I just haven't received.
Oh, these are not my abilities. No wonder. I'm getting confused.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting fed the answers. Gotta love our staff. So ranked will start on April 2nd.
Ranked on April 2nd.
So they're still in the process of planning the event. Timing and schedule, so more details will come soon, but you can kicked. So you can count on it starting April 2nd, more details to come. And I got kicked for being AFK for answering things, so I'm pumped.
Nice one.
Oh man.
Reported.
You see how it just melted that person, that charge?
9 minutes cooldown. Boom. I'm sorry, Harlequin, I didn't hear what you said.
Drew, just one question. Will we be able to create the custom lobby again?
In this build, yeah, the tournament lobbies are up.
Yeah. Would be nice if you share the password on the channel then. Or it's the same.
I don't believe it's changed, but I think it's we will share it nonetheless.
And I got a question from the stream currently. The people already asking, is there a possibility to reduce the volume of the people screaming right now? So in the future, is there a way or is a plan to reduce the unit shouts?
You probably have the highest volume. You need to set that.
Actually, that is interesting that you call that out. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of different sounds associated with the units and the attires and stuff like this here. Like, I don't know whether you guys have progressed with the battle pass enough to get like the Odin's attire or anything like that. I've got that. I do believe it's the Wolf attire. I can't remember which one specifically this off the top of my head, but he howls every now and then, which is sometimes when I'm not paying attention, it startles me. So, and then I believe Odin's attire has a horn.
Yes. Yeah, the horn is on 20%.
Yeah. So, these are things.
By the way, I asked. I'm just waiting for them to see it.
Things that we've passed on the team. I don't know if we're going to get changes in time for release or not, or if they are going to change it or not. But
shield maidens are ridiculous.
No, we hear what you mean. It's that it can.
Holy crap!
It can get a bit loud, and this is okay. I'm getting clear. This is something we want feedback from the community on if it's a bit too much. So.
Drew, we can start the stream now?
Oh yeah, well, you could have started it when I said you could at the beginning of the presentation.
Thank you.
By all means, please do.
I think I'm in love with these berserkers, mate.
Yeah,
dude, they're so good. I
Damage.
took out 2 units of shield maidens with a single berserker unit.
Hey, I see a cap point that looks like a horn and an axe. Is that something new?
See if they answer my question.
Yes.
Icon on the right
point, there will
top.
be a ship spawn with
This one,
units
it's
on the
a
attacker side
metal.
who are able to support the attacker side with berserkers.
Nice.
So if
I
you
like
take the spot now, there will be ships arriving on the coast and attacking the region. It would be nice if somebody do it so I can show it.
I'm doing it right now, brother.
We're
coming.
We are going.
Oh,
You guys aren't taking crap.
ships will show up when they take that? Wait, I want to see this.
I kind of wish I actually had my
Near
sword
sea.
set up.
Yeah,
properly,
apparently if
'cause
they
I
take
just
that,
keep
ships will
delaying
show
it,
up.
being like, what the hell? Even you.
Well, let's watch now.
Thanks, Ruan.
I
Bye.
don't feel bad saying.
Bye, guys.
We can't see the ships. All we see is the units.
Oh, ships would be amazing.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah, just unit spawned and the ramp. Okay, sad.
Oh, so just it's a unit spawn.
Yeah, scrub. I'm moving.
Oh,
down
wow.
One or two.
Look at all those units.
Defending team. Are we going into a separate call real quick?
Are you gonna try hard?
That's actually really cool.
I don't have any units left, so.
I was gonna say I don't think we need to at this stage. Like, let's be honest.
What's that? I wonder what that point is then. Final point. So you got C in the middle.
Yo, my Berserkers just nearly killed 2 players on their own. I love this shit.
They're so good.
Bro, so they're your Berserkers.
Right now it's just for creators.
They took out. Where are Berserkers go? The shield.
Jesus
The
Christ.
shield maidens got
Let's
desecrated
check out
by
this
Berserkers.
base point.
So the question is, do mobs still continue to spawn there?
Stay cute, Drew. Something to discover.
You need 2
Oh my God,
heroes
it's
to
so
fight
fucking
one.
So we got map down the back, path down
and it's
there.
Still barely, man. What?
This looks like a
I
Treb
think,
nightmare.
I think
This
Shield
point.
might be too expensive because these Berserkers are wild.
They're so
I don't
good.
like that.
Berserkers
They
need to be the,
have a ton of
I think the
HP.
Berserkers need to be the purple ones, mate.
That's the.
They have
Yeah,
a lot of
Berserkers need to be
HP.
gold, man.
This last point's gonna be rough.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, right, if you need 2 different heroes to fight one group of like 5 Berserkers, then goddamn.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I feel like they made a mix up. The Berserkers is tier 5 and the Shield Mains is tier 4.
I don't know. The shield mains are really strong.
No, yeah. Berserkers are rubbish.
Yeah, the Berserkers are so bad. They aren't good at all.
Trash units.
Yeah, there are a few flank options on the map. I'm thinking it's looking pretty
I
good.
do have to say though, the Shield Maiden's voice lines are amazing.
All right,
Yeah, and I
did
love
they?
how you can switch and have different abilities when you switch to the swords.
That's kind of nice. But
I don't know why we're
anti-cab.
we're actually apparently trying now.
I didn't
the
get affected out with the Shield Maidens. My Shield Maidens got killed by Berserkers instantly.
Yeah, so I'm saying the Berserkers also took out Cav like it was nothing.
Yeah.
They're insane.
All right, everyone's freaking out about
Without
berserkers,
doctrines.
but I'm more excited about the shield mains. They did really good, but we'll see what they do.
Back.
Oh my, that was sexy. That was sick.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hate these skills. I wish I would have
You
switched
gotta
skills.
know how to use them.
Oh man. Who runs?
That was a good
Who
charge.
runs
That was
greeting? Who runs greeting? Why do the CCs think that purple units are meant to be bad? I don't know. Like purple units are great, especially when you consider that we have max level berserkers. Like they're gonna be really good. I'm hoping they answered my question about the map.
What's up, MVP? Round 2, baby.
Come on. Anybody else?
This map is. I mean, I'm liking it. What do you guys think of the map so far? Seems like pathing. There's plenty of paths to
We're
run.
down to
Double
28
legs,
units.
nice.
Who's got the 28 units left?
The final
Hang
point
around
seems very Treb centered. Like you can tell people are gonna sneak up.
Dude, if it's all Berserkers, we're screwed.
You can tell people are gonna come up around the back and just Treb this final point.
Berserkers. You shit yourself.
I killed over 80 units with my Berserkers, and I still have 3 left.
Annoyingly, I had 3 left, but I couldn't bring them back into battle.
Oh, you can't?
No, because below a certain percentage, they're considered dead.
No, I can still bring mine back. And I only have 3.
Not gonna lie.
Too many ways for Cav to get. It's gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of Cav, but we'll see if.
Yo guys.
We'll see if The new units help, and the changes help.
Special rune for Musket, which is scatter shot, works right now.
I just try to take C. You won't.
Every auto attack is scatter shot, so yeah.
Oh man. Regular sieges, it seems lots of fun. Territory war, you don't know.
my chat instantly
Yeah,
put
I'm
that
hoping they
charge.
answer the question about territory war.
Nice. I want
Love you
that.
guys.
I can't believe you rage quit. Come on.
You say no.
Where did I get pig? Oh man.
I love you all. I couldn't resist it.
Hey,
Alright.
whoever's got that clip, I want that clip because that charge is beautiful.
Send the clip. Send the
Norse
clip.
forts are built on flat land now.
You guys notice that when
Yeah.
you get hit by a grape shot or something, you get deafened.
Yeah, I felt that.
That's
now.
cool.
Yeah, that's just new.
That is so cool. That is new.
I haven't seen that either because the one grape shot hit me.
You died, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a headshot. You're
Sure
dead
enough.
with a grape shot, even a green one.
Hmm.
15
Can
seconds.
somebody send me that clip as well? My chat.
Yeah,
wants
I put it.
to see
I put it in the preview event.
Okay.
Cool.
I got an answer
You
for
should
something
probably
else,
see me
but
right
not
in front of it. Shit myself.
not the question I wanted.
I think what we should just do from now on is one full.
All right.
Oh, we
Well,
all forgot
we can
to-
actually get some real testing done now.
Yeah, well, one step hit and it screwed us up.
Well,
Oh yeah, by the way,
Enemy
didn't you guys
supplies.
all forget to put on doctrines?
I forgot to put everything on.
How the fuck were they that good?
Avatars for
with
unit
doctrines.
challenges.
I
Yeah,
have
the
doctrines,
last
I don't
tier
have
for
any
all the new
abilities
units
for
is an
my
avatar of
sword.
that unit. All right, I'm gonna. I think we're pretty much done with these guys. I'm gonna.
See you, take care.
Yeah, guys, cheers,
I'm gonna
cheers,
back
that was
out
fun.
of the Discord.
Don't be strangers.
Those guys are being loud. I'm waiting to get an answer on whether or not that map will be in Territory War or whether that's just going to be like Siege. So we'll see once I get a response for that. Figure out what that's going to be. When they charge from both sides of the last point, this will be a nightmare. Yeah, that last map, the base point on that map to me doesn't seem like it's going to be very easy to defend. It seems like you're definitely going to have a bigger you're going to have to focus way more on the beginning points than you normally would. It's very open, which I'm sure means that you're going to be trebbed like crazy. You're going to save trebs for the final point. And on top of that, you can easily get cav charges over that final point by the look of it. But we'll see. You get a pretty good high ground advantage on defense, so you might be able to have a decent amount of artillery spawn on it. All right. So I actually needed to repump these. We're going to try going bottom for now. So remember, I did that with base level shield maidens. So I have a feeling they're going to be pretty good. Looks like you can get a few in top. All right, remember something in an article before that mentioned Viking-themed map will be in Territory War? Yeah, we'll see. There's no other wall segments after the main wall. Yeah, so it's a pretty wide open map after you get in. So it's mainly a height advantage at that point, which means you're going to probably see a lot of ranged units on defense for that map. Because almost the entire way it's a height increase. It's a very vertical map on defense. So you're going to see a lot of ranged. Probably a lot of archer spam. Decent amount of artillery. So we'll see how people play it. But I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of archer fire. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to look at dropping in some runes. And we'll kind of take a look at these. So for a spear, increasing all defenses by 100. I don't know if that seems that good. For spear, you could spam piercing more and penetration more. You could see this being a map for villages. Yeah, maybe. Or they're going to use it for... I could see it for like field camps, that kind of stuff. Thank you for the follow, Haru. I'm guessing that was over on the Twitch because my software doesn't like YouTube streaming. I don't get like notifications very well for YouTube. I don't know why. It's the software like stacked up. All right, so let's get into checking out a couple things. So I am going to actually start out right away with upping the defenses and seeing how that works. And then I would imagine I could do 2 1s, piercing damage by 15. That just seems not even worthwhile. Let's do piercing by 40, I guess, and use that be the 6. Let's see how what options there are. Healing can now be used while moving on foot, but its cooldown is extended by 30%. That seems pretty decent, but I don't know that I actually would be that worried about it. I really, really love the idea of curing poison and bleed, because that means you no longer get that screw up and start healing while you're like have poison or bleed on you. Evo just tests berserkers for shield mains. The mage managed to barely kill 1 berserker, but it also depends on what trigger they used. So are they doing? Was that with the sword? Was that with the spear? Was that with the charge? Was that like? As far as how that plays out, which tier is that, or veterancy line for each of them? So I would imagine Berserker v Shield Maiden might have a Berserker advantage just from their use case. Berserkers are going to be kind of like a Silidar, like seems like crazy damage. Healing cooldown reduced. That actually seems pretty nice. For every 10 soldiers you kill, damage dealt increases by 10% for 20 seconds. That could be ridiculous with soldier killing people. Yeah, I gotta actually reach out about testing. All right, let's see. For every hero you kill, your damage is increased by 10% for 20 seconds. Stuff like that sounds interesting, but we'll do a stack of piercing damage. That could be interesting. Healing cures poison and bleeding. That's a fine doctor. Yeah. Cask if the 10 soldier you kill thingy, if that counts. Oh, if that's just... I'll try to get clarification. I'm almost certain that's probably just the warlord kills. Let me add that in, though. I didn't change my skills. Down. All right. He wants to duel. Wrong person. Oh, I hate going up against longswords. He just regenerated 4K apparently. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, that should have ended it. That regen is ridiculous. Oh man, that regen. I wonder what he buffed with. God, that horn is really annoying. What does the Gondvik rune do to allies? We'll have to look. So what is that? 1% per second while 25%. That's a rune, I guess? 1% per second while at 25% or less, I guess. Recover 1% health per second while below 25%. That's ridiculous. Oh, no wonder he popped for 4K. And it lasts until you get above 50%. Man, longswords are going to be a lot tankier than they used to be. Wow. Okay, back to trying to get that question answered. Time to go back to your longsword, you guess? Yeah, that's crazy. All right, where was that example that we needed? There's that Gondvik. It's increased by 800 upon death. Nearby allies recover 10% health. This specifies for every 10 soldiers you kill, so I'm assuming it's Warlord. Specify. All right. If this heals units as well, I would guess so. It says nearby allies, so I would assume so. That could be pretty crazy then too. Is he still? Let's find him. So by the way, the first weekly challenges for the season, so that's going to start this Thursday and it's going to run so it's the 18th through the 28th. So it's not ending. The first weekly challenges don't end next Thursday. It wraps around to Monday, and then it'll be Monday to Monday like normal. You think he'll try to full health build with that rune? Yeah, it's probably going to be ridiculous if you do a crazy amount of health with that setup. All right, I'm going to try to get this set up. he's still... Wow, a lot of people are streaming right now. Yeah, he's still going through stuff. Okay. All right. That heal rune can be epic longsword armor set that improves their skill. Will be quite the meme. Is it out now or Thursday? Thursday. 2 days. We are the content creators have access right now to show off everything for people. To show off all the features and everything, so all of you can be excited and plan out what you want to do. But that, yeah, if you do... Okay, let's do a quick test. Because now I'm really curious. Where's the smith? I didn't have to pull that out. Alright, do I have everything I need? I think I have everything I need. So let's do heavy armor. Imperial Knight, I believe, right? So that's got 493 health. Just going to try to get like a decent health buff armor. I'm curious what you could get your health up to. That's got decent, 546. Yeah, memeing that rune system, it's going to be pretty crazy. Oh, that didn't give a health buff. That didn't either. Come on, give me a health buffs. There we go, 532. I'm curious how crazy that longsword could get. 585, okay. Where is longsword? Longsword. Down. So let's say you did trying to think what you would build out. A little bit of a strength buff, a little bit of armor. Or do you just want full health? Do you want to have full health? Only way to go, longsword, full health. $32,732 health. Alright, let's look at runes. Shift click to add 10 points. Just so I like to do it little by little. Alright, so you have to do that. We're gonna meme it. So increase health. And then crit value, blunt damage. Now let's just do crit value, whatever. All right. Healing can now be used while moving on foot. Your health is increased by 800. Yep. All right. Increase health by 250. Do we go that or do we go half and half always? We're memeing it right now anyway. We'll do full health for now. So do we go 20 seconds. Every 10 soldiers. Okay. Do we up like the heal, like do the healing cures poison and bleeding? Or do we meme it further by doing another 250 health? %15 increased healing? While on capture point, your damage deltas increase. While on capture point, your damage taken decreases by 8%. Yep. Yeah. Oh, what's that health one? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Damage taken is reduced by 15% while at or below 30% health. I'd rather have that. Just static damage decrease. And then health by 250. Oh, you can get movement speed increase. That seems kind of memey. Seems kind of great. So that means we're at 33,782 health. All right, let's check out skills real quick. I actually don't know. Usually, where's the one that's the okay. Let's try that out. Let's see if we can get a duel. Take heal and movement speed ability then, and at low HP pop them both and run zigzags. Oh, not a bad idea. Which one's the... You know what we should do? Switch off this so it stops blowing the freaking horn. And then, there we go. All right, maybe we'll just... Let's see if he'll accept the duel. Oh, it was refused. Oh, Night Stalker. He's also longsword. See if he'll accept it. Name this the meme trooper. I need to rest before the next duel. What? I guess there's a cooldown on it? Wasn't he the one that challenged me earlier? All right. Come on, I want to see how memey my... Okay, this is not very helpful. I wonder if we can actually kill each other. Oh, how the heck did he end up over there? I straight up don't think we can kill each other. This would never end. I think you can't go either. Longsword duel always ends up with the draw because of heal. It's even worse right now because our heals are ridiculous. Yeah, look at how much he's healing. It's like if I wasn't on him non-stop, he would not die. Like, he's ticking ridiculously. Longsword's going to be interesting. Wow, that heal is going to be ridiculous. Ooh, that interface is looking fancy. Interesting. They definitely upped that one. They have not answered. Huh. Okay. Let's get look at all the doctrine options. Is this like a... Yes, this is a PTR. It's a test server to show off Season 7. I want to test out these guys. Can't really get much else with this. I guess we'll take Lance next. All right. I'm not getting a response back. I might have to message. Alrighty then. Sounds like people are queuing for battles maybe, so we'll try it. Enemy supplies. Interesting. Did we get that from... Oh yeah, we got no battle. Okay. Love to see new units in action. Yeah, so let's... I'm curious about these Sons of Fenrir, because they could be really interesting if they can leap shield wall units. I'm curious about these guys. You know what? We're actually going to start with our shield maidens. Let's see how this works. Can we show the world map? I can't wait to get out of the battle, but it's the same regions as last season. We're going to be starting, though, in two different options. You can either start in Angolia or start in... why can't I think? Hungaria? No. The northern one that I can't think of right now. So you either start in the north or you start in Angolia, and then the main capital at the end of the season is going to be Tolvaros in Angolia. Can shield mains counter cav better than stalwarts? That's what I'm going to have to test. We'll have to test that. Osteria, there we go. Oh, if you could leap them with their stun. That's a good point. There is snow, but apparently the snow effect is gone. So it's only graphics, texture, and all that. So the part people hated about the snow is gone. This looks really cool. All right, let's see these Sons of Fenrir do their job. Oh no! I'm curious, how ridiculous can I survive? Hard to tell since everyone is playing with the new units. Yeah. Okay, you can still die. They don't see you there. You're not exactly captured either. Yeah, we'll have to... I'm going to do some actual testing later. Get paired up with people and do some 1v1 with various units. And I'll have videos out on the YouTube channel within the next few days covering all the different new units, how they pair up. Later today, I should have videos covering a lot of what they talked about today. Stuff about the new seasonal interface, rune system, all that stuff. Yeah, all of us brought, like, Sons of Fenrir and stuff. Get out, get out, get out. They actually did a really good job at that point. Bring Impikes or Hussars and crush them all? Yeah, that's... I might have to do another battle where we bring meta units. Like, straight up normal meta units. And, since everyone's going to be running the new ones, see how it does. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh no, they picked me up. Whatever will I do? How about, run away and heal? Man, the health on them is kind of ridiculous.
All troops, to me! Form up!
Come on, MVP. Come on, Goblin, bring it. Way! We're doing okay. Could you please move the face to the top right so you can see the abilities of the units? Okay, yep. I can't do top right, but I can do middle right. Let's see how this works. Oh, someone brought some cav. Down you go. All right, let's get healed up. So the first skill is they'll run at the enemy, and then if they're far enough along in their run, they will leap over the enemy when they come in contact with them. So they'll jump over top of them. The second skill is they gain a temporary buff to damage they deal, and every time they kill an enemy during that period, the cooldown of it's reduced, so they can keep doing it. So it's like a damage thing. And then the last ability, I believe, is after it's used, the unit will continue to move at higher speeds and will enjoy a higher resistance against range damage. So it's kind of like a speed buff with a range damage reduction. Oh, hello. Oh, no, 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 no. That I can't do much about.
Capture the point.
Let's check the survivability. Man, look at that healing tick. Ha, they gave up. Yes. Be a negate, daze, stun, knock effect down, or just immunity to pure damage? From the reading I got of it, it's just going to be immunity from pure damage. But I don't know for certain. Just from the reading of it. Man, longsword survivability is kind of ridiculous with that rune. Like, that is some serious damage. Or healing. Alright.
Stand ready. Follow me. Quickly. Ready, Pike. Form up. Ready, Pike. Move it. Ready, Pike. Keep formation. Get going. Ready, Pike.
This point is going to be interesting to hold. Look at... Man.
Not one step back. No prisoners.
It's very, confined. Like, this is going to be a... Like, you're not going to get cav on this point. Like, this is going to be an interesting point to hold. It'd be a nice little break. It's kind of limit you if you like to change weapon type a lot. No, because the runes are universal. So you can you assign the runes, but you can change them out. Like you can have the same rune on all your weapons. Try running away. I speed boosted them. Oh, he got away. Yeah. But yeah, no, you can change weapon type a lot, and that's just fine, because the runes are universal. So once you unlock a rune, you can put it on as many things as you want. Or as many pieces of gear, as many setups as you want. So it shouldn't limit swapping stuff out at all. So the Sons of Fenrir, I was actually kind of impressed with what little bit we got to see there. They definitely seem like it's going to be very much a an in and out unit, which you kind of figure at a T3. So you missed all the rune stuff? Yeah, so the runes, I'll quickly show the runes again. So you'll unlock them as you go up in Battle Pass. You'll unlock the different trials, and this will give you different runes. Once you have them, you'll have your rune page. So you select what piece of gear you want to look at. You've got runes for weapon, helm, and armor. And once you're on that weapon, you just click on it and you can assign the runes to it. So this is universal runes. Once you unlock a rune, it can go on as many pieces of gear that it fits and works with as much as you want. Each rune rarity has an assignment to it. So legendaries are 4, epics 3, uncommons 2, and commons are 1. And you can have up to 6 total on at a time with 3 slots. So as you can see, I have 2 epics. They're each worth 3 for a total of 6. And then, whoops. Stuff like my weapon. I've got a legendary, which costs 4, and 2 commons, which are 1 apiece for a total of 6. So you can, yeah, assign them as much to anything that you want, which is very nice. It is set to that piece of gear that you assign it to, for the standpoint that you can like have your gear set up ahead of time. So when you swap gear, it'll have all the runes that it already had on it. So you don't have to like reset everything if you want to swap gear, which is very nice. We're going to go take a look at this guy real quick, because I'm wondering if I can get more progress towards runes. No, that's favor. Okay. Nice. Yeah, no problem. I was hoping to get some testing done. I don't know if he's... Okay, Nine Fingers is going to do some sieges. So, get more people to buy their way through the Battle Pass. I mean, sure, I guess. But it is... So, I think what runes max rune level is 45. So like season level 45 is not going to be that bad to get to. So and it is not battle pass at season level. So I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, getting to 45 is not horrendous. Because as you can see, I'm all the way to battle pass 300, but I'm only season level 30 something, 34. So yeah, it is separate. So I mean, that's the thing, is they made it fairly obtainable, and it is reset at the end of the season. The rune system, they said, is the plan is for it to stay around, but it's going to be completely reset every season. Actually, Tiger T-Bob, I just answered that. Perfect timing. But yeah, so runes are per season, but the system they want to keep around for each season. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty nice system to have in place. Trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, let's do a siege where I take no seasonal units. Okay. Let's just take a meta build. So that would be stalwarts. We IPGs. Actually, let's take Liao's. I'm not going to take doctrines. Through all of the testing I do during the preview event, I will not use doctrines just because it's the most balanced way to do it. Everyone uses different doctrine builds. I'm just going to test the units as is with their veterancy. I think it's just the most even way to do it. Stalwarts and Forte. I could do that. I kind of wanted to see how strong Liao's are. Since we know they're going to be running like shield maidens and all that. Let's see, stalwarts. Did they do pure top? Yep, they did. Cool. So we'll try this the first time, and then maybe we'll do another one where we take Forte. Forte with the frickin' stun epic doctrine on it. Ugh. Which I have all the epic doctrines, so that would be a fun one to test. I don't know if they answered my... They haven't answered my question quite yet. To actually test how much they get affected by. Maybe take Hussars instead of Fire Lancers to actually test how much they get affected by charging horses. Remind me, Hussars are top or bottom? By default, they have it set to top. It's bottom, isn't it? You saw Evo stream and the Tundra can charge over them easy. I gotta get rid of that garbage gear. That'd be nice to get rid of. Wow, okay. That's a little annoying. Just a bit. The whole like growling all the time. It's better than the horn on the other yeah, that horn sound. Ugh. I think the growling's a little bit more tolerable. But melee combat against Cav, they 1v1 in the house. Alright, get this equipment out of the way. Get all this stuff out of my way. So much stuff that don't need. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh man. Alright, come on. Let's see if we can get a queue going. Inventory management on the PTR is really difficult. While we're waiting though, let's see if we can get better gear. Goal is try to get some leadership so that we can take more units. That'd be very nice. If we had leadership and health, that'd be great. So that we can do this crazy build and... Oh, that's nice for the health standpoint. $16 leadership. It's not really what we're looking for. All right. Now what? We'll go with that for now. Start crafting the other pieces. They sell hero/seasonal levels in the shop now. I don't believe so. $15 leadership. That's something for now. No, it's so seasonal levels you have to earn, and then hero levels, yeah, no. They just give you the okay, the little stuff to speed up the process, like your little XP cards, like they normally have. Come on, more leadership. Ooh, there we go. All right. So these gloves need broken down. Boot broken down. Broken down. I actually had that really good health-wise, yeah. Okay. Damage taken is reduced. Okay. Shield maidens, rookies, kill 3 heroes. How do you get so many epic armors? Yeah, this is PTR. So we got access to a lot of stuff to test and, or well, to show off. So lots of resources. Lots of resources. Hopefully this queue pops sometime soon. There we go. All right. Not sure if we went through it yet, but how do you get those cards that you add to armor? The ruins, so once the season launches, you will talk to the War Scholar. The War Scholar will send you to talk to Thane and complete the quest. And once you complete the quest, it'll unlock the rune menu in the seasonal menu. And then you just level up on season levels, and then you'll unlock more cards. You check the last 2 purple doctrines. You think they are new for the season? Okay, I'll check that when we get back out. You guys wanted me to try Hussars. I don't have enough leadership apparently to do much better. Oh, we could take the Suns. Let's take the Suns. They might go for a B defense. Yeah. But yeah, we'll check the doctrines when we get back out. Try to look it up. How am I liking the season? Is it better or worse? It's hard to say at the moment. UI, I think, looks great. I really like the UI changes that they've implemented. I do think this new map will be really fun. I'm curious once we get giant battles going on in it to see what meta ends up developing. And I love the fact that C looks like it's in a spot that's very much not accessible to Cav. I think that's going to be really nice. Overall, from the feel I'm getting, the season seems really nice. The rune system I do like the look of. It's mainly going to come down to how accessible is it, which we'll find out as they implement more. They're resisting to Stalwart's brace really well. Wow. They are not going down easily. That was, ooh, that was impressive. Wow. Shield maidens can switch weapons like Iron Reapers. Yes. They have a sword and they have a spear. Is there a way to farm honor? Best way to get honor is to do your fief quests. The higher the star rating, the more honor you get back on return. Do your fief quests. On top of that, also make sure you do your battles. So I just released a video Friday talking about the different matchmaking modes, and in that I covered honor. As far as how much honor you get per a matchmaking mode, you can look at that to see the returns. In general, if you have a lot of time, AI battles is excellent, but you don't get much return for challenges and stuff like that, like unit challenges and all that. So siege and field are kind of the best returns afterwards. Two made Violet. Yeah. But fief quests are a great way to do it, because with fief quests, you can earn, if you do all 5 stars, you total of 20 fief quests per week. If you do all 5 stars, you can earn nearly a T4 unit per week of honor. It's like 13,000 roughly. Oof. I mean, that was a big group of enemies. But man, that hurt. Doesn't add to your weekly limit either. No. Preview Drew left the battle. That stopped pretty hard. Do you think it was stalwart nerfs or strong new unit? For the stalwarts versus, I'd say it's probably a mixture of both. That unit seems to have pretty respectable block. The stalwarts were mainly just getting blocked, not so much that they weren't doing a lot of damage. Like, they were getting blocked pretty hard. So I think a part of it's new unit having a decent block chance. Interesting map design. The round quarters make charges. Yeah, it's actually a really cool map design. Guy wasn't paying attention to his rear. All right. So, yeah. Interesting. This guy never went to prison. What? Always watch you. Yeah, yeah. Look at that little path I found to just like walk your cav through. Very nice. Doesn't pay attention, cavalry so OP. Well, they watched me run my cav out of the city. And then they proceeded to not do anything about it. And like I just turned them around and ran back in. It's like they really were not paying attention. All right, I have a feeling someone's going to head A. Or not. Oh, they have 35 units left. Well, never mind. Hussar flanks is where it's at. Let him take B. Why? There's no units left. What good is progressing it? Like, why are you guys playing so aggressively? Give a chance to actually try the units. We were testing units. I don't know. What does CC stand for? Content creator. All right. Please tell you that Liao Rangers got nerfed. I don't know. We haven't gotten access to what has happened, what changes have been made. Did they finally answer one of my questions? All right. we're getting set up to do some unit testing, so give me a second. Do you still earn glory for Battle Pet? For Blue? Which poleaxe, for example, has a lot of... Oh, crowd control. That CC is crowd control. Yeah, that one's crowd control. So like knockdowns, stuns, dazes, etc. All right. Getting set up. Check the last two doctrines. Yep. Resist arrow doctrine. Reduces range reduces damage taken from arrows by 100. Increases damage dealt to ranged unit by 100. Oof. That can be used on cavalry / melee units. That on the Sons of Fenrir might be pretty good. Oh, Dennis. Almost most CCs are horribly bad players. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was talking about content creators. Sharpshooter Doctrine increases damage against heavily shielded units. Spearmen and Pavese crossbowmen. By 350. Archer / firearm infantry. Well, that's going on muskets. Yeah, I didn't have that one. That one's got to go on muskets. Anti-cavalry, damage against cavalry 120. All right.
Hi, Unfit. How are you doing, bud?
Good. How's it going?
Not bad. A lot of talking today. My voice is kind of dying a little bit, not going to lie.
Just got to do a 24-hour stream now.
Oh.
All
what
right.
do you think of the new units so far?
So far, I like all of them. I haven't gotten to test them too much, so I'm curious to actually get the testing done. But, man, the Berserkers I've played the least. But the Sons of Fenrir I was impressed with. Once again, obviously squishy, but
yeah.
I was actually impressed with their use.
The Berserkers seem amazing, though. Like I played the first battle we played, like straight when they said, "I'll join the battle now." Like the Berserkers did work for me. Like they don't have a charge. Like you just literally say go and attack basically, and it's like the shock attack.
Yeah.
On condos, like it just basically goes to the nearest enemy. It seems like, and they just run there and start murdering stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I just haven't grabbed them much because the leadership to take all three is like nigh impossible. So
yeah.
I haven't been able to take them all. Shield Maidens I was very impressed with. They're actually pretty tanky. That last battle I took Stalwarts in, and I kept Brace advancing on a unit of Shield Maidens and just kept getting blocked. Like every brace was blocked. They just did nothing to them.
Oh wow. Like I've only used them. The first battle I got, I started purposely at the back of the map, and then went through and was just basically looking at the map, and I was like, oh, I'll go down here because it looks like we're getting overrun at A or something. And then I got attacked by like 5 or 6 heroes and all of their units plus Liao's Rangers, so the Shield Maidens just instantly died.
Yeah,
I just played them and they are very good. They seem to be better with swords than with spears, though.
It's just a different
I haven't tried
use
them
case.
Defensively yet.
Yeah, I was actually experimenting with shock trooping them in with sword and then switching to spear while they're engaged.
Okay.
And it seemed interesting, but that's what we'll test out. So I got to find the. I don't think he has. I don't think we can do custom matches yet, so we might have to run outside to actually battle.
To do to fight each other.
Yeah. Correct. They're only available to content creators.
On Stalwarts, that's annoying. Have you seen the doctrines for Berserkers and stuff?
A couple, but I haven't looked into them in depth yet.
There's barely any doctrines that they can use, because obviously they're not like an actual class, if you like. Which seems, I don't know, seems a bit strange.
Oh, what did I start? No, we're not gonna go through all that. Let me look real quick.
Like when I looked on for the Sons of Fenrir and the Berserkers, they don't have many doctrines.
Well, you also
it
have
could
to
be.
remember that we don't have access to a bunch. So
could be, yeah.
we only have the epics. So we don't have like your general piercing damage, your general piercing defense, and all those. So a lot of those holes are going to be filled with your generic ones. He's not letting you play or download anything.
Are you outside already, or are you going now? I'm just putting some doctrines on my stalwarts
Well,
quick.
I'm not going to doctrine anything because it's the most even way to test the units.
All right, I'll take mine off then.
But because everyone's got different doctrine ideas and builds, and so it's a decent way to do an extra test.
I've got my Valkyries on Shield Maidens. One, they've got beards, and two, I've got them on the sword and board variant. I need to take the doctrines off them.
We go to war, my sister.
So you have them top line or bottom line?
I've got them on the bottom line now.
Okay, mine are on bottom line right now. We can leave them that way to start. Right,
let me take the doctrines off of the Berserkers as well.
So we got to find out what matchup do we want to do first.
And Sons of... Do you want to do like them against each other, or would you prefer to do like Shield Maidens against Stalwarts or against whatever? I don't know.
To start, let's do them against other, because at some point we'll have to switch one of us to top line.
Yeah.
That way we can do like top versus bottom. So we'll start with just doing them against other stuff. We can now do custom lobbies. So.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, he just released the information for us. So we'll do a custom lobby. So what do you guys want to see first in chat? Shield Maidens versus what?
What have they just added us for in the...
That was the information on the custom lobby. I don't know if
right, yeah.
I know we want to put paladins against them because paladins.
Or paladin, yeah, that would be pretty good matchup.
We do the top line, I guess paladins. So what I'll do is I'll take Shield Maidens and then I'll take paladins.
What line have they put the paladins on? They put them on the top line.
They defaulted everything to the top line.
Yeah. I can't remember if I've got mine on the top or the bottom. Defense. I think I got mine on the top line as well.
So I'll take these two. What I'll also do is I'll take Sons of Fenrir, and then you'll take Maidens and another matchup against Maidens, and then your third will be something to go up against the Sons of Fenrir. Whether that be, I'm trying to think, Sons of Fenrir, maybe condos, or actually
I was thinking condos as well.
Yeah, either.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the other option would be, if we have the leadership for it, a shield wall to see how their jump works.
Like a Iron Cap Spearman or something.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll do. Trying to think
I can take Shield Maidens. I don't need to take Favored Sons. I'll take Shield Maidens, Berserkers, and some sort of shield wall.
Yeah, let's try that. And then my chat's really wanting to see some Cav. So after this round, we'll do Shield Maidens versus Cav.
Yeah, cool.
We also need to try Shield Maidens versus IPGs at some point too.
If they can, yeah.
Can they survive an IPG?
The advance. Right, how do we join a custom battle then?
Talk to the sheriff and then do custom lobby, and I'm making a lobby.
All right, so I have to speak to the sheriff to join your lobby, I assume.
Yeah.
All the pursuits are disabled. People have been asking to pursuits to test stuff.
We used to do it that way. and then they finally got custom lobbies activated in one of the preview events. So
Right,
now it's the
join-
better way.
Apparently there is no lobbies.
Oh no, give it a sec. I'm making it still. I'm trying to figure out which
Alright.
map is going to be an easy. I think if we use arena, that'll be kind of the easiest. And we'll do clear skies. All right.
By the way, how did you get your Overlord of Valhalla?
Battle Pass.
Title? From the Battle Pass.
It
Which
says
level
the
at?
server is busy.
It's probably because everyone's trying to do it, and that's why they've tried getting things turned on.
Will custom lobbies
What
be
do we
added, or
call
is it
it?
a test server thingy? It's a tournament server thingy.
The pursuit battles. 'Cause
That's
I
how
think
they do
in
tournaments.
Discord, they just wrote the server's capacity limit has been reached, and they've asked GMs to enable pursuits, but it may be disabled now to help tournament lobbies spawn matches. Best
Okay.
group up with other creators as much as possible to reduce the strain on the server. So there's probably too many custom lobbies going on.
Probably.
Hey, which battle pass level did you get that title at then? Because I'm like 200 and something on it, and I don't have the title.
Maybe it wasn't Battle Pass. Maybe it was something to do with the rune system then. I wonder if it tells me.
Yeah, because I'm only like,
Oh,
season
nobility level 50.
35.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's apparently Battle Pass 50.
Okay. Is it just not giving me the reward then, or oh, there it is. Oh, that's Jarl of the North, but you've got another one on.
Okay.
You've got a
That's what the
purple one on my
descriptor
screen.
was. Yeah, I've got both of them. That's what the descriptor said was it was for hitting level 50. It might
Weird.
It might be from doing the quest line, like to get runes, and I might have gone further in the quest line and got it.
Could be, yeah.
Title the Battle Pass, rank 300.
So
I don't think there is
still
one.
not doing. Yeah, there's loads of people trying to make custom lobbies. I think.
Oh, it's for Battle Pass about 300.
Ah, all right. So somebody's just managed to make a new one, SFSD.
I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll just we'll go out.
All the clicks. Oh, yeah, it is level 300, yeah. Battle Pass 300.
All right,
I
this-
realised I've
it's
had
gonna
my
take too
stream
long.
chat open forever. Let's see if I've been ignoring everyone.
We'll just head outside.
Yeah.
We'll see if the pursuit battles are activated by the time we get out.
If for some reason people don't want to be playing on the actual new map as much, do they?
Well, a lot of it is after the initial spam, all of us just want to test units. So they're trying to get units tested because they don't want to be, they just want to get it done.
You play a lot of glaive, don't you? What do you main?
I'm spear.
Spear. Did they have good things for spear? Because for glaive, the runes are pretty terrible, if I'm honest. There's not
Yeah.
much there that's worth using, let's say.
Spear's not very good.
Maul's just ridiculous. Like, everyone's complaining about how stupid the grab is on Maul, and what do? They make the grab on Maul better. I don't know if they thought that one through very well.
Yeah, the Maul ones are pretty ridiculous. The Nadachi ones look really good.
The Nodachi ones look pretty good as well, yeah. Right, so Shield Maidens I was taking Berserkers. Ooh, slagging a bit.
All right, can I show the battle pass and the F5
go.
units?
And some sort of
I'll just
shield
kind of
unit.
gloss over it real quick. I will be doing a video later and talk about it, as well as more stuff about the F5 units. But
I know condos we wanted, didn't we?
Yeah.
To fight against the Sons of Fenrir.
So
I've
you've got your
Berserk, I got Shield Maidens,
initial
Berserkers,
attire.
and condos, and then we can do a shield wall after that.
Yeah.
Or I shall. Let's say that I'll take Berserkers off and we'll do a shield wall, and then we can try the jump straight away. And we don't have to mess about as much.
So you got that attire.
Yeah, spear sergeants will do. They've got shield walls.
Nowadays it's only blades.
Yeah,
you've got the thunderclap emote.
Catching a bit, Smurfy. Sorry for ignoring you if you were still there.
You've got the berserker banner.
Ooh, that's a good one as well. Me and or two shield maidens versus armigers.
Yeah, that's something I want to test at some point too. All they have, the golden and armigers.
Please say every except Dennis. I never complain about mole grab.
All right.
Oh, we need to leave the group, don't we? Oh, we have left the group.
You've got
Where
your.
are you?
What's up?
I'm outside.
I'm over by the giant group of people fighting.
Oh, there you go. I can see it. Have they slowed down movement again? It feels like I'm running through snow without a boost on.
You might just have a really slow unit. I didn't look at unit speeds.
Pursuit failed because what? Oh, there we go.
All right, people. Let's have fun, right? Let's
Everyone's testing stuff.
All right, I will be turning off the overlay on my stream. That way I can record the footage to use in the video. So
what units do you want to do first then?
Bye-bye to my pretty face, right? I'll take Shield Maidens first if you want to take the response.
Which do you want to go? Waffles, it honestly doesn't make a difference. If you start playing the game now, and you play maybe an hour, say, right? And you don't like the unit you're playing, just change to a different class because you lose nothing. Like the stuff you'll get in the first hour, you can get it so quickly.
All right.
Right, unfit. What units do you want to play against first?
I'm gonna take Shield Maidens if you want the response.
Shield Maidens, and I've got Condos and Spear Sergeants or Shield Maidens then. Or should we just do a head-to-head Shield Maidens and I'll go Swords and you go Spears maybe?
Well, head-to-head, we're both top or bottom. You said you have Stalwarts, and what was the other one?
No, I've got Spear Sergeants and Condottieri.
Spear Sergeants and Condos. Take the Condos, I guess. We'll start with that. Because I want to try to jump the Spear Sergeants.
Oh, all right, yeah. I didn't see where the bloody condos were, which they're, well, top line, but I can't remember what the top line is, if I'm honest.
Shock
so
attack
we're not going to
line.
get involved, and we're just going to do pure unit against unit.
Correct. That's what all these will be. So we'll get up here and get lined up. We'll probably do charge v charge.
Should we do flat ground between...
Yeah, I'm coming up to flat ground.
I think flat ground was down where you were.
Well, no, there's fairly flat ground up here.
Yeah, it'll do. Right.
All right, give me a
second.
second.
Do you want me to charge into your shield wall and then disengage? Or I'll charge and then...
No, we're going to do charge v charge to start.
Okay. Right, I'm not going to boost mine up then, yeah. It's just literally I'll charge into your units and then we'll see who wins.
Yeah, so we'll count down and then charge v charge. So you ready?
Do you want me to shock attack when they hit, or...
When your charge is finalized, you can shock attack.
Yeah, cool.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, charge.
Well, yours... Are killing mine like double, so for every one I kill of you, I think you kill double of me. Oh,
I think you're gonna win. Switch the spear and see.
I've got 4 dudes left. Nah, you've won.
That did way more damage though than.
It's because of shock attack, I think.
Yeah, I mean shock
How many
attack's
dudes
just
have you
great.
got left? Yours proper spread out as well. That was really weird. I'm gonna go
12.
get a heal point over here, and it's a little bit closer.
But eventually I switched to spear. I feel like that's kind of the better option, is after you've engaged, to switch to spear. Like use your abilities.
Do you not do more damage with the swords? Or do you reckon just because the attack they keep a block up while they're on spears?
Well, they keep block up with both.
The enemy captured the point.
I'll go Spear Sergeants then against your Sons of Fenrir.
Yeah, I want to see about jumping over him.
What are they called now? They changed the name.
For what? No, that's localization. So the name of them that you see right now is for Frontier. They're Sons of Fenrir.
Okay.
That's kind of what he was getting at earlier. Some of the localization's not done, so some things are not translated or the name's not changed properly.
Right, so my dudes will just literally stand like this because they can't do all else anyway. And then when you jump over, I don't know, just push V.
Well, at first I'd say maybe not hit anything and see what it kind of looks like. Like give it a second or two and see what damage they're doing.
Yeah.
Do the sergeants have the stun?
Get a full
What
run up
do you know
from
what
there
line
on.
your spear sergeants are right now?
They're in F1, so double line.
No, the veterancy line.
The top one.
Top
I don't
one.
know what
So they
that
don't have the
means,
stun
but they're
right
on the
now.
top one.
Okay.
No.
So this is them without the stun. Okay.
Oh, that's actually
Let's
a good point. If the stun would stop them jumping.
Yeah, so that's things we can test that. We can switch the line on them on another test and see if the stun stops the jump. All right, let's go.
It's obviously now my guys are losing because of the turn around. But when your guys jumped over, they did damage. They didn't kill anyone.
I mean, they did some work, but they definitely are not.
It's reaction. If I'd have instantly pushed V when your guys would have jumped over, then they would have melted him, I think. I might not have even lost anyone if I'd have instantly pushed V.
That's definitely means you're gonna need to. You're almost using the Sons of Fenrir to force them out of formation.
Yeah, so that they turn and face the Sons of Fenrir, and then you can hit them with.
What do you have
I'm
left?
on Shield Maidens.
Yes, we're doing Shield Maidens v Paladin.
I think the Shield Maidens wall, like the Fin wall, would be easy for them to jump over. So I'm going swords as well, yeah?
Yeah, we'll try another charge v charge.
I'm just going to keep swords on and see what they do. Theoretically, the condos did so well against them, you would have thought that men-at-arms would do better, really. Are you just going to attack them, though, or are you going to do the X and V so that they keep doing the extra damage?
For the Paladins?
Yeah.
I'll just let them be. I'm not going to micro them.
Interesting. I don't know if they keep flashing up gold every now and then. Is that when I move them? Yeah, when I move them every now and then they like flash gold. Do you see that?
You want to see the
Why though?
Vows defend
Right, line
charge.
Proper. Are we maybe
We'll do that in another
Do they
test.
charge very far? Do they paladins? I go a little bit closer.
I mean, you're within.
Yeah,
all right, so this test will be just charge v charge. Later we'll have to do a charge v formation.
Well, I'll do the charge, and then when I can, I'll do the triple whatever it's called.
Yeah, you
triple
can
strike.
You follow up with their ability. Give me a sec. If these are Fenrir's favorite sons, you don't want to see the least liked ones. Good point. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Paladins shredding him.
Oh.
Paladins have just absolutely annihilated him.
Paladins doing what paladins do. Oof.
Oh, that is brutal. That wasn't even close. I thought
yeah.
that'd be the case though. Condos did so much goddamn damage to them. Like you went. How many guys have you lost? 2?
A quarter of them.
and the whole tier 5 shock, and I'm on the shock line as well, like where the shock attack should be better. Well, that is not really beforehand what I expected, if I'm honest. That is brutal.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I'm going to retreat out, and then we'll reset.
Yeah, I'll retreat as well.
All right. Well, I want to test some of the other combos of these units, but everyone wants to see the Cav, so
yeah.
Let's give them the Cav.
Cav versus Shield Maidens, I think, is the way to go. Do you want to go like Armigers and that as well?
Well, one of us can do Liao, one can do Armiger. We'll just test last season's first.
I think I got a thing here as well. He's saying that Maidens are probably, yeah. I think the shock attack is maybe a gimmick with the Maidens, and they should be like used more like Spear Sergeants. I think he's not wrong.
That's what we'll have to test too, is treating them as more like a shield wall.
I think you need to treat them more like a Spear unit as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, just not get them out of formation, just keep them in formation as much as possible.
Well, potentially, so they might end up being a lot like, for example, Rattan Rangers. Like, they have a charge. Should you use it? Every day, no. But, like, if you're chasing a unit or you're going to be 1v1ing someone, like in a flank situation that's trying to flank, it might not be a bad idea to use the shield charge to get that initial impact and then just switch over to treating them like a spear unit.
Right, so I'm going to swap out... I'll say that, shall I change onto the spear line then for the Shield Maidens?
Not yet. We're just... Well...
And then we've at least got... You've got it on the bottom and I'll have it on the top.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go ahead and switch yours.
And then we can test it whichever way. And shall I do the same with the other ones as well then? So I'll put my Berserkers on a different line to yours, and I'll put my... What are the other guys called? On a different line as well, so we can test them each way if you like.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go ahead and do that now, we can always switch it back later if we need to do another matchup.
I need to buy the thing, don't I? Where do you buy that from?
C menu. Consumables.
Gender appearance. Oh, there we go. Unit training plan. I'll just buy a couple.
I guess I'll... I'm trying to think. I guess I'll take Liao's, because I think that's... I'll start Liao's.
I don't think they're going to stand a chance against Liao's.
Gotta prove it, though.
Yeah.
If their block is strong enough. Well, I think a lot of it is going to be that they'll potentially survive a lot of the cav initially. And then not really kill any. So we'll see.
Well, if you want, I'll take Wing to SARS out.
I mean, I'd rather check Armigers first.
We could do. I'll take Armigers and Shield Maidens, then we'll do Cav against... There we go. Right, so that's them done. I'll do the Berserkers quick. I still can't believe they haven't changed it so you can do the Veterancy quicker. Like, I should just be able to click on the very last node on the Veterancy line and it should just upgrade everything.
That would be nice. One of these days. One of these days.
Yeah. There are some like little quality of life things that just need doing.
The biggest asset of the bows. Just try them with formation and with the skill on. Well, we're trying to work through a lot of the variants. Because I want to kind of prove if that's necessarily the best. Because a lot of people, they find something that they think works amazing, but they don't necessarily test the variants.
My favored sons.
So we'll test that as well as the other setups. Sorry, what was that?
My favored sons are going to be bottom line as well then. I think the favored sons might actually almost be better to, instead of doing the jump, unless you're playing in tandem with people so you've got support, I think it might actually be better to use them on the bottom line and use, what's the third ability? The one where they run quicker and they take less range damage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Use that to close down ranged units and then just shred them with the 2 ability. I think that's going to be a viable tactic for them.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they're probably going to end up being a flanker, like a heavy flanker. where you're going to be running them around the map and trying to take out muskets and bow, like archers and all that.
Yeah.
But that could be one of the things where you just jump a shield wall and you just keep running. Like you just
gonna
run behind.
bring shield maidens then and armigers. I didn't look where my armigers are. 2 seconds. Because there's only the one tree that actually makes sense with armigers, doesn't it? Where is it? Where are they? Elite yeoman. There's armigers. Right, so the armigers are on the top line. Yeah, that's the right one, I think, isn't it?
Actually,
Charge
both
and
trees
attack
are
more enemies.
Actually, both trees are pretty valid.
Yeah, right,
top and bottom both work pretty well, but
yeah, me and or2, the maidens will definitely annihilate ranged. Basically, any melee will annihilate ranged. It's the same. Even if you get serfs into ranged, it'll absolutely melt their faces off.
Melt whose?
Right, armigers. Yeah, just ranged in general. I said that shield maidens will be able to melt ranged. Right, I'm going outside again.
I mean, I don't know. We might have to test how quickly imp archers take them out.
True.
With their
and me and or 2 unit-specific doctrines. As far as I could see, there are no unit-specific doctrines, at least not for the new units. But we do have epic doctrines and stuff, but we just haven't got any doctrines on. We're just doing the pure unit at the beginning.
Hopefully it starts dying down and we can do custom lobbies, because that would go so much faster. Yeah, one of the people in my chat makes a good point that Sons of Fenrir is the Iron Cap Cav of the infantry world.
The Iron Cap cavalry of the... Especially for this year. I don't think, apart from the first week when you unlock them, I don't think I'll be using them that much.
I don't know.
Waffles, if... Oh, sorry, Unfit.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Waffles, if you've literally just started and you can pick 3 units, pick Pike Militia, Iron Cap Swordsman, and if you want to go range, get the bow unit, because then you can unlock an Amcams easier. Why won't it let me pursue you?
I don't know.
You pursue me?
No, it errored out.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it's the server. There's too many battles happening.
Yeah, it's such a small... Server is busy, try again later.
The enemy,
Not
really?
like this game.
Is it actually what it said?
That is literally what it said.
Oh, man. The little PTR is not meant for this many people. Hey, Sharps.
Yeah, so that's 3 units. You got your Pike Militia. Yes, the server's busy. Pike Militia, Iron Cap Swordsman, and the Archer unit. I think it's Demesne Archers or something. If you want to go range, like you just said.
Show me the barracks.
Their pursuit.
I have everything because it's PTR. So what do you want to see in the barracks?
This is
I've never had this issue before, and I think.
Could we not just join a battle with somebody else and only fight against each other? If we just join different teams?
Technically, probably.
Like if we just go in against Akimonata while it's only 1 against 1 and we literally just go different places. Like, don't fight anywhere near them.
I play EU2 with my normal account.
Should we try?
I almost want to message someone. Here, let's do the soul battle.
So
level 82 in 2 months, not bad.
There, though.
Yeah, but I'll be on defense and you can go attack. I'll just message him in Discord and say, hey, we're going to just fight off to the side.
Yeah, so Waffles, you've got Swordsman, Pike Militia, and you said you wanted range, so go for the Archers, so Domain Archers, whatever they got. Chaos, which unit are you using first?
I'll start Maidens.
I'll go Armigers then.
Wish to play with me? Yeah, when during my normal stream we can totally play.
So Somebody's
the next
literally
one's
got
going to
Liao's
be,
up.
if you check the schedule down below, you can see when I normally stream.
Right, are we going to do this so we actually find each other and not everyone else?
I'm going to run to that top supply point.
As in the northernmost one?
Yeah, the one that's like next to our base point.
Yeah. I'll try getting over there without getting attacked by the Liao's rangers.
Like in stuff.
Right,
What was that? You're trying to get
northwestern
stalwarts.
one
Okay,
now.
that's good.
We can maybe fight on your end.
Oh,
point.
sorry. Hand, Dennis. Sorry, the Twitch page. I'm normally used to Twitch. Sorry, I missed that.
So I'm at the western resupply point now at your base. I'm just going over your end point in a sec. Is that you coming towards me, or is that someone else? No, someone with a long sword? Or is that
That's
you?
me. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, cool.
I'll get them set up. I'm going to try to set it up so you can do a charge through. Not have the supply point behind me.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is charge you and then cover the commander so they come back. Right, I'm going to advance towards you now. So this is with spears out, yeah?
Should. Oh, melted.
23 killed on the initial charge.
Melted.
And that wasn't even the Liao's. Cover the commander back.
Yeah, they're dead. I didn't sadly get that recorded, but that's okay.
They so much for them being anti-cav.
Well, that was in standard. That wasn't in protection. So I'm curious in protection if it'll be different. But I'll switch to Liao's.
Right.
Plus, I was also bottom line. But
You were bottom line, yeah. So the top line, wow. Liao's rangers are going to shred. I need to wait for this to cap so we can do it quicker.
It is an honor to serve. Form wedge.
Now you need to choose one of the blue ones, Waffles. Pick squires. Sword and shield. It'll make it easier for you to level other stuff up afterwards.
okay. This time I'll remember to actually hit record.
Right, so you were just in the shield, weren't you? You weren't in shield wall.
I was in shield formation, not in protection.
I mean guardian, defender designated
Yeah.
area.
So I was.
That just makes you go into a circle, though, doesn't it?
It also gives him a buff. You might want to get him off the supply point.
I don't think that circle is going to do much at all. Do you want me to try that though, instead of just this normal?
I would just start with shield for now.
There you go. Good luck. You go the middle one, Waffle. Yeah, if that's the squires, that's the one you want. This isn't going to end well for them though. If Armigas got shredded. Although, wow. I mean, yeah, they're facing the wrong way now, but they literally took 0 damage basically on that initial attack.
So
that initial shot attack that you did basically did nothing.
Yeah, so the charge pretty much did nothing. Devastation, obviously, devastated. Because devastation.
I wonder though, if they were in circle formation there, I mean the devastation would still do the exact same thing. There's multiple regions to choose, Waffles?
Okay, well, that's I guess it for this test, because we could only
Yeah, we
take
can't do
2.
it now anyway. Armigas against Liao's, no one cares. Yeah, the regions doesn't matter, Waffles.
What, you were top, was that top line?
I was just top line, yep. I don't know, I can't but help feel slightly underwhelmed so far from the Shield Maidens.
We're also putting them up against stuff that they're not really intended to.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
Waffles go Ungvari, the middle one.
Yeah,
Then you're in the middle of everything.
The condos, I mean, CC as hard as the condos is just going to stop a lot of units. And also, we didn't try the spear setup, top line spear against condos.
Yeah, I reckon there's a guy in the chat as well. I think he's not wrong if we do maidens against condo again, but the maidens were one in like spears and were in a formation and wouldn't move and just like defended against the charge. I reckon they'd probably do better as well. I don't know if they'd survive the shock attack though, like a stalwart would from the front.
Well, I mean, we'll have to try it.
Heal, swap units. I think cavalry-wise though, they're not going to stop a cavalry charge. I mean, we can do more tests if you want, but I don't think they're gonna manage much, if I'm honest.
Well, but I'm curious because that initial charge they didn't die, and that can be a difference. So, and if you're in a giant unit formation, the fact that your front line survives and potentially stalls an initial charge from a cav lets the people behind do the cleanup.
Well, you bring your Liaos then. I'll bring the shield maidens to fight against that. I'll bring my condos to fight against your shield maidens this time in a defensive formation, and we'll see.
Okay, I got to change my maidens.
Or shall I go with maidens and Liaos, and you go then? Because then I've already got them on the top line. And you go condos and.
I think we want to do a lot more testing top line anyway, so I'll switch them in. We can do some top line tests.
I get condos back out. Have you seen the doctrine for armor as well, or was it helmet? Will it stop bleed when you heal?
Sorry, what was that?
Not doctrine, rune. The rune, an armor rune that stops bleed when you heal.
Yeah, it cures it.
Yeah, that is going to be a game changer, I think. Imagine if you like a 15 tick Namcam bleed, and then you can just heal it off.
Everyone's going to have to run it. It's just going to be a staple that you run it.
Yeah, I agree.
With that being said, it's not. I don't think it's going to be as broken as some people are thinking because you have to heal to clear it. So you're still going to have that thing of, like, you healed. Now for a minute you're vulnerable to it anyway.
But there's another one that reduces the duration between heals.
Yeah, but now you're getting to a point where you're going to lose a lot of the other benefit just to like anti one thing. So I don't know if it's going to be like it's going to be a big deal, but I don't think it's as big as initially it feels like it would be. But the big one is you're going to potentially, if you end up with like a 7, 11, 15 stack bleed, you're just going to have to pop your heal purely to clear the stacks.
Yeah. Right, so I got my shield maidens and condos.
This is on the PTR test server, so it's a separate account.
Fight zone again.
Or you talk about
There's
the
a lot
YouTube
less
channel.
fights going on at the minute, so we might actually be able to start our own one.
So I'm doing Shield Maiden and Liao again. Was that right?
Yeah, and then we'll do Liaos against my shield maidens, but this time I'll go in a circle. In that defensive posture that they've got, and then the condos against your shield maidens that are going to be in a formation, and then I'll attack into it like with just the pure unit.
Okay.
I mean, you should definitely do better that time. Like the condos should not do as much damage.
I'm wondering how it's that much better on the top line, though. I guess you get increased block recovery rate by 20%. You also get block by 120. Oh, actually, that's block recovery rate 60 when it's fully maxed out.
Yeah. And you've got servers busy. Should we just go in with Kaiser? Oh no, there they go. Yeah, should we go in with Kaiser? I'll go attackers, you go defenders. Kaiser and Kritoris.
It doesn't even seem like there's that many battles right now.
Yeah, I'm on the attacker side.
How do I do what? What are you starting with?
I'll go shield maidens against your Liaos. I do like the art though for this. I'm just gonna go western side, straight north. If you go west as well, then we should meet somewhere roughly in the middle. Oh, there you are. Yeah, cool. So I get my. You'll be over here quicker anyway. So.
Like a testing thing? It's for content creators only. So you have to be part of the content creator program. Tested berserkers and
like
wolf.
some sort of
Not much yet.
Buff, like just straight up.
But the berserkers look really good.
If they're in that defensive thing, right? They're set up. So fill your boots. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave them sat there.
All right. Let's see if this differs.
I would have thought that the shots would do a little bit more because they can technically hit stuff in the back. Literally did nothing. Like one unit lost maybe 20% health, if that.
All right, leave them in that formation. Let's see how devastation works.
Why did they move? And as soon as devastation's on, no, they're still up. Now they're dying though.
That survivability though, it took a while, like for them to get past the formation.
Still 11 of them up now as well. 10. They've only killed 5 though. What's the health looking like on your dudes?
Pretty bad. Like I've
so they're
lost.
Not designed to do it, but they can actually.
Lost 5, 3 in the red.
Bit. Yeah, cool.
Interesting. All right, I'll swap out.
They definitely lasted a lot longer than they did the first time. So they must get some sort of like buff when they're in that defensive posture to stop them. I don't know. What would it just be a straight up defensive? Like it just increases their defenses when they're in there? Because it doesn't really say in the tooltips what it does exactly.
It just
Meander 2, they can't get a doctrine that increases damage versus Cav the Maidens, I don't think. They get the same ones as if they're like a spear unit, like spear sergeants. And I don't think they get one. If I'm I'll say that it might be a blue one.
So it does specify that they get a buff, but yeah, it doesn't it just says it boosts the protection of nearby allies.
Yeah.
I would assume that means themselves.
What formation do you want to go in? Then I'll just charge in when you're ready.
I'm going to Guardian again. Because that formation seems pretty ridiculous.
The circle one, yeah. So I'll charge in and then shock attack.
Hold on. Gotta get my recording. Okay.
Recording. Right, so...
Yeah, I want to know about the blocking doctrines.
And shock attack. This time, basically nothing.
Wow.
Getting damage done. They're not dying as quick as the last time though, but they're not really managing to do anything either.
I've not lost one yet.
Right, I'm gonna pull my guys back.
I have like 2 on the brink of death and 2 more in the red.
Yeah, I've got 22 left over, 21 left over. Like half of what I've got those in the red, and the other ones are okay. I'm just pulling them out because obviously normally condos you'd rinse and repeat. So I'm ready to charge again.
Yeah.
I think my guys will melt off this charge though, if I'm honest.
Let's see.
Let's have a look. They might not even survive long enough to get a decent shock attack off. So they're charged in, shock attack. Nah, they're just dropping like flies.
Wow. Okay, Guardian.
Doesn't knock them over.
Guardian, they're just blocking the shock attack.
Yeah. I mean, it takes them a while to kill stuff, but if they're blocking stuff, like...
That'll hold a point. Like, that'll...
I want to see how much damage they do against me if I go near their spears. They don't really lean out and hit you that much.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no, the damage...
Was it high, was it?
No, the thing was, they got a few crits on you, which was interesting.
I want to see if I can break open the shield wall. I'll hit it from behind, because they should have more health there. I want to see like how much if jumping off my horse does to him, if anything. That just does damage and doesn't actually knock him. Right, so normally I'd do, or any glaive would do God of Battles and then Flying Reaper into him. So that still knocks them on their... Oh, it didn't knock all of them on their ass.
Well, pretty much everyone it engaged with and did a pretty good amount of damage. So that's still going to be a way to take them out.
To get it, like, basically the same as Spear Sergeants or any shield wall. I wonder if that was a glitch, though, because the one right in the middle that I hit just didn't move, and everyone around her did, though.
That was probably just, like, the pathing for how the strike landed. See ya,
Try from the
Sharps.
side again. 20 seconds. I want to see if that's if that is actually a thing, and like if you hit one bang on and they don't get knocked over, that could be brutal because that stops you pushing into the middle of the unit still. Meander 2, they should get 2 special doctrines for the unit challenges. Ah, yeah, we don't have them though. The unit challenges are blocked. We don't have the special doctrines for it.
Wow, the model variance is nice. The fact they don't all look the same. There's like 2 or 3 models.
Unless you put the Fanes hat on, or the Fanes attire, or whatever it was called. No, Tier's attire, and then they've all got beards. Right, I'm going to try again. Alright, that was just a glitch the first time then. That went straight in. Okay.
So,
well, let's see how much damage they do again now. I'm just going to stand there again.
They're only doing like 400 or 500.
That's not bad. That goes up pretty quick.
Well, they're
right,
getting pretty quick attacks because they're pretty tight formation.
And the longer I stood there as well, the more of them started hitting me. Like at the beginning, it was just the first couple, and then they all started turning in and hitting me. So it looks like Shield Maidens are put them in formation and let them defend somewhere. They're not going to be that good at pushing. But at least when they are pushing somewhere, you should probably be moving them around.
Except
Maybe...
we haven't tested like cover commander with spear out, like treating him like a spear sergeant.
Yeah, we could do that as well. What could we? If I maybe go spear sergeants and you do that with cover the commander and see if that does that. Right, there's our goalie. I was like, where the hell's our goalie gone? I've lost it.
I almost want to do spear sergeants versus them, cover commander, and we just like stand like right next to each other.
Yeah, cover commander versus cover commander. I'm thinking that as well.
We just stand right next to each other. Top line at the moment. Top line, and that was in Guardian, which is a specific unit order formation.
If they do, they could replace Imperial Spears in Territory War.
I doubt it.
Spears in Territory War have probably been replaced already by Stalwarts, I'd argue, if I'm honest.
Well, no, because no one blocks like Imp Spears, still. Like, no one blocks like them.
Yeah, but nobody attacks like Stalwarts. And blocks almost as good as Imp Spears. Like, I haven't seen an Imp Spear on the last 3-4 weeks of Territory War.
But the Imp Spears are still the way. If you wanna block like ranged, if you want to protect your ranged units, there's still no one that blocks like them or stops a cav charge quite like them. They might die in the process, but the cav charge usually can't go through them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Stalwarts doesn't actually block gunfire. Good to know. So what units we taking? Take Shield Maidens again, attack it.
So we'll do Shield Maidens v Spear Sergeants, and then let's try a Berserker test, because we haven't done
I was
that
just
yet.
thinking Berserkers as well. I was thinking Berserkers against Shield Maidens. That might actually be a decent...
Well, let's try the... I'm curious about Cover Commander on them. So let's do a Spear Sergeant v Shield Maiden Cover Commander, and we'll do a Berserker v...
Do you want the Spear Sergeants, or shall I? Or do you want the Berserkers, or are you not bothered?
If you want to do your Spear Sergeants, I might do Berserker v Stalwarts. Do Berserker charge into like Stalwarts in block formation.
Yeah, we could do. If... How are we going to do that? If you take Berserkers, I'll have to take my Shield Maidens off then. And I'll take Spear Sergeants and Stalwarts. There's Stalwarts.
Well, you're
so
doing...
I've got Spear Sergeants and I've got Stalwarts.
And I'll
and
do
then you bring
Maidens,
Shield
Berserker.
Maidens and Berserkers. Yeah.
Which I don't know if we figured out which build is best for Berserkers yet. I haven't even looked at them yet.
I used them on the top line in a couple of matches, and they were pretty goddamn strong.
Well, top is defense, bottom is attack by the look of it, just from the last ability. Oh, I don't know. You got breakthrough on the top line.
The top one gives you those straight up 2,000 health buff when you can use it. So if you can constantly keep like reusing it, they get 2,000 health, whatever, every 20 seconds.
The bottom line's
however long
rage.
the cooldown is.
So the bottom line's like pure damage by the look of it.
Yeah. And the top one's like, it is obviously still damage of the Berserkers, but they've got like a bit more staying power, if you like. If you can do like an engagement, annihilate something, and then pull back, and then you can get a heal off. Could be brutal. Both could be viable. Right, so I've got Stalwarts and Spear Sergeants, so I'll move back out. And then we'll see.
Wolf, you can take them both in open world anyway. You just can only use one in a battle. Actually, which is a good point when he spawns. Actually, we might have to switch that up. Because once you spawn into the battle, you can't use both those units. You can only just take them in the open world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll swap Stalwarts for Berserkers then, or?
Let's bring that up, Wolf, because he could take them both, just not during the battle. Oh, if you want to take the Berserkers.
True, Meander 2,000 health isn't a lot, but I think it's instantaneous though. It's not like 2,000 health over this X amount of time. I think it's just straight up they get 2,000. It doesn't say anything about over a duration.
It's the moment Frenzy comes off or goes on cooldown, like it's done, they instantly get 2,000 health.
Right, so I got Spear Sergeants and Berserkers.
So I was taking Stalwarts.
You were taking Stalwarts and Shield Maidens. I don't think Berserkers are going to do well against a Stalwart charge. Not without a hero knocking Stalwarts out of their formation.
But that's what we're curious about, is can they be a breaker?
Like, I'm on the bottom line as well.
For Stalwarts?
My Berserkers.
Oh, Berserkers, okay. Can you equip Custom Spear?
So I'm technically the pure damage.
What do you mean by
variant.
Custom Spear?
It doesn't say what Rage does properly either. Like, a lot of the tooltips on the bottom line aren't filled out for the Berserker, so I have no idea if they just don't give any buff. Or if it just doesn't say what the buff is.
Probably just doesn't say what the buff is, because that might be them changing the translation.
Could be, yeah.
T5 looks pretty good, especially in Guardian. So we're gonna keep testing to see.
Get up really early in the morning.
Anti-cav, not anti-cav in the standpoint that they're gonna kill cav.
I'd like my lads where they are.
They held up pretty decent against a cav charge in Guardian, and that's what we're kind of testing. But it looks like they're more of not gonna die, not so much that they're gonna kill them.
It's more interesting seeing these units fighting against normal builds. What do you want to go first? Shield wall versus shield wall?
Let's try the cover commander v cover commander.
Yeah, cool. I'm loading in.
You want to see custom speared?
I do like the art they've got as well, like the loading screens.
I guess I'm getting confused what you mean by custom
just
spear.
Pure dude versus dude. Or dude versus dudettes, I should maybe say. Don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, give me a second, because I want to check. Can I use... Oh, that's the weapon swap. I want to keep him in spear. All right. Ready? Let's try not to die. Let's go. Just stand next to each other.
Just block so you don't die as quick.
I'm longsword, so... I think your units are getting pushed back.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Interesting. They should try getting towards me, though, so it doesn't make a difference. Right, maybe it does, because now some of them have pushed through on the side. Right, let's get back into the thing.
Wow, okay, I've taken, like, no damage. I can hear they're blocking, too.
Yeah, they're literally pushing forward the whole time. Was that because you're moving forward the whole time, though?
I'm trying to engage them, and but the weird part is, like, your guys are actually getting pushed back. Like, you walk towards me.
Yeah, when they attack, they like bounce off. I wonder.
They have like a knockback.
Yeah, like the shield bash. If you see them, they literally shield bash.
Yeah, and that's actually causing your units to push back.
That's interesting.
So I can actually, like, if I push really hard into them, I could probably push you back quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, easy. Like, so you could use that to clear a point, basically.
Wow,
my guys are basically all dead. I've only got one guy that's not red.
I've lost 2 and I've got 2 in the red, and that's it.
I just run through like this. They still fight if I run past your guys. It doesn't make a difference. My guys are just completely outclassed. I mean, they're a tier higher, so they should lose, really.
But they're almost a, man, these might be, I'm gonna love, if they're
I
Essence
reckon
Spear
infantry
Sergeants.
side. Do you reckon they'll knock them off when they're spraced? Yeah, you could definitely use the Shield Maidens to an escort and advance of Imperial Pikes, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's kind of gonna be probably a good way to run it. Maybe sword mode do better on damage.
Your guys are spread out, look. Like, my guys just get knocked back, they've got a shield bash. That is...
Actually, that's not even a... I don't know if that's even a shield bash or like a knockback on the spear. I can't tell if...
It looks like... Let me heal up and I'll get him to attack me. I'll do it right on the edge so we can maybe see it. But on the outside edge, the other side, because it's you can actually see the shield. From my side, it looked like there's like an effect going around the shield. Like they stab you if you come over here. So I'll go to this one on the end. She'll stab me and it looks like they shield bash you afterwards. So she hits there.
Yeah. So it's like stab and shield bash. Okay, that's...
So that's what it is like. It's like they're doing it at the same time.
So why
it's like
the sword's worthless?
Knockback happens after the spear attack.
Yeah, the sword's almost worthless compared to the spear then. Like if they're getting a bit of a shield, I mean maybe they'll shield bash and sword. Let's hold on.
They're not even moving, but they're attacking me. I can't block either, apparently. Oh no, they just knocked me back.
Yeah, it does seem like there might be a bit of a shield bash in
There was no animation for me there, though.
Nice, huh? I don't know, and you can't cover commander with the sword, so...
No, they said there was going to be a cover commander for sword, though, didn't they? And they said it was going to be, like, more aggressive. But there isn't one.
No, they've got the triple strike, and then the charge.
Right, we're doing Berserkers against Thing now, aren't we? Stalwarts.
Hey, yo, Lily, how you doing?
Oh,
yeah, let's see how it goes.
The heal point.
So sword is probably better on damage, but that block is so strong, and that knockback on spear that the survivability of running the spear might just be better.
Nice having a purple horse for a change, though.
Find a bug, potentially, but it's not that bad.
I reckon the maidens are going to be good on a wall as well. Imagine them pushing down along a wall like that. Right, the question is how am I going to do the berserker attacks? I think Odin's charge into a berserker assault and then a frenzy once they're in is
cover commander on spear and then change. Does it change things? They would come out a cover commander, and they would just start
right, so I'm on
free
the
attacking.
westernmost supply points. If you run towards me and I run towards you, like along the outside of the. There's only 8 of them though, so they shouldn't really do that well against stalwarts.
What is the problem of this unit?
Oh,
Because you can't see the wall.
And I think the mental thing is like the actual attacks. Oh, accidentally already pushed it. It doesn't. You don't actually aim the berserker charge. You just literally push the button and they just go.
All right.
So do you want to do the 2, the real, yeah, and then go into brace, yeah. Like 10 more seconds and then I can charge.
What do you mean? What?
At least they don't start running around like condos do.
What do you mean? What's the problem with the unit?
Right, let's see.
It might just have
a. Them beating a stalwart wall though. Right, I'm gonna push charge now. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, they did push them back a little bit. Nah, they're not doing anything.
They did a decent amount of damage to that front line, but that was... Ooh. Oh. Have you lost any
Holy
yet?
hell. No.
You're melting them.
Half of them are red, though. Yeah, they're like going to Uber attack now. Right, I'll pull them back.
Okay, what was the last one you triggered?
A single dude. Basically, you start fighting with the Odin's charge. They run in. Then I used Berserk Assault twice, and it builds up like rage or high spirits. And then it hits a certain point, and there was like a horn or drums went off, and then they cheered, and then it unlocked Frenzy. And then once they went into Frenzy, they just melted your unit.
Oh. Yeah, that
So
melted him.
That was brutal. Should we see how quick they kill a hero? Like,
Yeah,
you
give me a
fight
sec.
them.
Let me get healed up. Also, what line were you with those guys again?
They're bottom. They're basically the full damage line. I will chop off their hands and use them as trophies. I liking these guys. The couple of battles I had though, these
Of the new
these guys
T5
are
unit you
brutal,
saw in
though.
the video,
They are so strong.
Did any Zerkers die? No.
Obviously, they've got a few in the red, but it's just about how much damage they do off the bat,
Yeah.
if you like. So I'm
There
going
were
to
a few
attack
in
you,
the
just
red.
say when.
Do you want me to actually attack or just take the damage?
Just attack as well. Just fight them.
All right, let's see.
There they come in. So it won't let me use my 2 ability. Now it will. Do you think the damage is a lot, or?
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah! Holy hell! And because you're not actually engaging them for long enough, it won't let me use the 2 ability quick. Holy crap!
Yeah, they melt. Oof, that hurt.
These are going to be my new favorite unit, I think.
Star Wars got wrecked. You're more hyped about the Berserkers than the Maidens now. They're just going to be very different purposes. The Berserkers
so
are
just push
crazy
the J button on
damage.
your keyboard, and then you can join a battle.
But the Maidens look like they're going to be crazy defensive
I
units.
enjoyed the Berserkers already when I did a battle with them. But I think they're going to be brutal. Like, how the hell did they just mow through Stalwarts? Did you have the brace on Stalwarts as well, so they stun people?
No, because the brace. Remember that brace stun is a. You have to do the doctrine.
As well, yeah. I reckon that might look different if they had that on. But I'm unfortunately gonna have to call it there as well. Chaos.
All right.
A couple of minutes late. It doesn't work, Waffles. Do you have to go into a training battle instead of a normal battle? Like, it'll say exactly what type of battle you have to go into, or if you have to go somewhere and see someone. Are you going to be on tomorrow again to do some more testing, or?
Yeah. So, I mean, anytime that you're up for testing, because I'm going to be doing testing and videos pretty much all the way till 3 my time. So for another like 12
doing
hours.
The 24 hours. Like, you're literally streaming 24 hours now.
No, I'm going to be switching to YouTube mode and doing like video content. And then I'll be on tomorrow doing testing and more video content.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow as well, like earlier though. Like my time, it'll be like 10:30ish. So like through the day in Europe, if you like, before lunch. And then we can definitely get some bits done then.
Yeah, because I need plenty more to do more videos. So, all right, that sounds good though. Thanks for doing the testing we got done so far.
It was interesting. Like I can't believe the Berserkers just murdered the Stalwarts. We need to get some doctrines and see what they're like with doctrines and stuff, because that can't be right, can it?
Well, you also have to remember that people think Stalwart's damage is great. It's actually not that great. Like it's good for a spear unit, but they're not.
The thing is, Stalwarts is where you normally like X and then V move, don't you? Like X in one, brace him, and then V move, and then they keep like doing damage like that.
You spam the brace damage from doing the micromanaging. So that's something we might have to test. Is if I micromanage them, can it get them killed quick enough for you not to get your rage? But at the same time, you engage your Berserkers with another unit, you build it up to get the frenzy, and then engage a Stalwart wall.
Yeah.
And
imagine though getting like a flank off with them Berserkers. Like they would literally destroy anything from the rear, like within seconds. As soon as they get their number 2 attack off, they're literally going to melt stuff. And I think they get their frenzy when they kill stuff, because I think it was when they got 10 unit kills, then the frenzy procced. Or like I could then proc the frenzy, and then they literally went berserk.
Yeah, the frenzies was because they were slowly chipping away, and they probably would have lost had the frenzy not triggered. Once that frenzy triggered, they melted them, just absolutely melted them.
That is glorious, though. But anyway, I'm gonna have to catch off, Unfit. Enjoy the rest of your stream, dude, and we'll get some more testing done tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah. Just message me whenever you want to try to test.
I will do.
Other than when I'm sleeping, I'll be up for it.
Get out of bed, I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, Nine Fingers.
Catch you in a bit. Bye.
So for all you, that was Nine Fingers. They're part of Oni as well, and also a content creator. So you should totally check them out on their Twitch streams. They stream when I don't. And they're a really cool person. So you should totally check them out. Can I come F5? Like, look at the F5 menu. Is that what you're talking about? Stalwarts have no stun. The sergeants do. Correct. Sergeants with spears also have stun through veteran seat. Yep. Spear sergeants get it through bottom line, about 3/4 of the way up. Thank you for the sub, Jonas. I really appreciate it. You do have a request, though. Can I make an overall video for each unit? Quick and to the point about this summation of the testing you do, please. Yep, that's what I'm working on with the testing. So within the next week, I will be releasing lots of videos. That's what I'm going to be doing when I stop streaming today, is just pushing out videos. So within the next couple of days, you should expect a video covering the season changes, so the new features, the rune system, just the general overview of the season, all the information about that. So if you don't want to watch this entire stream, you came in later in the stream, this stream will stay active, so you can watch the whole thing if you want. I don't actually know how long the meeting took, but I'm assuming less than an hour. So you can watch that part and catch the information from there. But I will be putting out a couple videos just quick and to the point with all the different changes that are coming to this season. That should happen within the next couple of days. My hope is to have the Sons of Fenrir video up, a dedicated video on them, within the next couple of days as well, since that's the first unit you'll be working towards. And then within a week, I should have a dedicated video for all of the new seasonal units. So one on the Berserkers and one on the Maidens. We'll get all that tested. I want to try to get you a lot of those matchups, so that way you have an idea of what they're going to be good for and what they're not going to be good for. So we'll see. It looks like Maidens, I'm going to say, from what we've done so far, they're going to be a great, almost Spear Sergeant replacement. Great with their spears out. If you're in Guardian formation with the spears out, they to me, almost it's like when we first saw Stalwarts with their block. Like, that block was pretty ridiculous when they were in Guardian formation. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. So we'll see further testing. I really want to find out if they have a purpose with their swords. But at the moment, it seems like with their swords out, they almost feel more like a T4. But I also didn't mess with that triple strike much. So we'll see once we do a little bit more testing. Berserkers look like they're ridiculous damage. To me, they're almost like a Silidar at T4. But it looks like you're going to have to learn to use them. I don't think Berserkers are going to be simple to use because of that ability. You have to build up the rage to hit Frenzy. And once you hit Frenzy, it looks like they're going to be ridiculous and melt people. But the amount of times you're probably going to kill a group of units as the Frenzy triggers, and then you, in essence, waste it. So, yeah. We'll see how that works. Really curious to test them out more. I typically play on EU2. So, while we're on the seasonal store, I guess we'll double check this. So you have all your different attires. They do have antique tires. Yes, antique attires like last time. These are in essence, replications. Mainly looks like Season 3 for a bunch of this stuff. That stuff is discounted for this next season. So as you see, a lot of these are 1,500. The outfits are 2,000 and 4,000, depending on rarity. You also have like the Knights unit one on sale. The ones from last season that were on sale are more expensive. So as you can see, 2,500 versus 2,000, 5,000 versus 4,000. So while you still have a chance, if you want to buy the antique attires that are currently available, get them while they're cheaper. So definitely get that done. And then the rest of this is the same, in essence. The only difference is you don't have the conversion thing, because for this next season, everything is blades. There is no hero tokens. The only currency for this season is blades. Your blades from the current season will carry over. So right now, if you have any tokens, buy all the blades you can get, because blades will carry over, and that's going to be the main currency for this next season. So spear, I think the spear one looks pretty decent. It's not bad looking. I'm a little upset that the chains aren't animated a little bit more. Like I kind of wish the side ones would jingle, but the long sword, the chains aren't too bad. The short sword, they don't move as much. Skin spear for season 3. You're talking about the antique one? The sanguine? Sanguine. It's not too bad. All right. What are we at? All right, so it looks like we still got plenty of content creators doing lots of testing at the moment. So I'm going to actually go ahead and wrap up for today because I need to go ahead and start working on videos for all of you. I can actually probably bring my webcam back. Hey, we're back. So as I said, this video will be live after stream will be live after the fact, so you can go back and watch it if you want to see all the details. I will be doing a bunch of videos, so keep an eye out on this YouTube channel for those videos to come out. There are a bunch of content creators currently over on Twitch still doing testing, so go check them out. Season 7 is not out right now. The preview event is happening at the moment, which is us content creators that have access to Season 7 to show everything off for all of you and answer your questions. So you can go check out other content creators over on Twitch and get a look at Season 7, and it will launch in a couple of days on the 18th. So you can check out everything then. So definitely, if you have questions, please comment down below any questions that you have, things you want tested. Also on all the videos that are about to come up for preview event on the channel, comment down below if you want stuff tested. Because even when the season comes out, I will still have some access to testing like the maidens and the other units that are not initially going to be available, so I can continue to test them. So let me know what you want to be checked. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. So like I said, let me all know what you want to see. Thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. Keep questions and comments coming. I really appreciate them. Please have a great day / night, depending on which part of the world you're in. Please stay safe and healthy. And I hope to catch all of you on the videos to follow and over on the Twitch stream with my Twitch channel. Bye, everyone.